everybody, and welcome to Hair of the Dogcast. On the Dogcast Network, this is, of course, your favorite podcast about video games and beer and the hottest video game news, and talking about leaks and things we knew that were going to be coming for a long time.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and predict it. There's going to be another Nintendo console after the Switch too.
Ooh.
Hot take.
Wow.
You heard it here first, folks. My name is Brad, and theme song by David Wise. Mad props to David Wise. I'm excited to be podcasting today. It's been a second.
It's been a moment. It might take a minute to get back into it. I'm, speaking of leaks, I'm Dylan, and I am wearing a t-shirt with an onion on it.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you were going for there. Speaking of leaks.
Speaking of leaks, my butt is leaking.
I just went to the bathroom.
Oh, and my name's Tyler, and I wear it.
Did you forget you had to introduce yourself?
No, I thought he had more.
Were you just enjoying the podcast?
I was giving you. Yeah, I was being a spectator.
Okay.
My name's Tyler, and I wear adult diapers.
I forgot I was here.
Yeah.
The Lisa Rinna Adult Depends?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get that sponsorship from Depends.
Okay.
And they just aren't returning my calls.
I don't think Depends does a lot of podcast sponsorships.
They're about to.
They're about to.
Well, in 30 years when podcasters are older, then it'll make sense.
How do you think we film these 4-hour episodes?
So I've had a busy month.
Yeah.
But it was dry January. First and foremost, I didn't make it.
No.
My lovely wife broke her back a week ago. And that Sunday, I did have a beer. And I'm sorry, guys. It was one of the beers that was given to the podcast. It was all I had in the fridge. But it was from...
You're forgiven.
It's from Petticola's Brewing Company. It was the Velvet Hammer Imperial Red Ale. And that beer was from Ryan, though. So thank you very much for helping me get through a very tough month. Also, Sunday, we had an offer accepted on a house.
Nice.
Now, I know our listeners want to hear video game stuff, but that, and then I have a new career starting. It was a big fucking month.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Fuck all that, though. We're drinking again, and we have a beer here.
Oh, we're so back.
And this is a Smash IPA from Lone Pint Brewing. This one is from Ryan. It's just a massive can. It's 19 ounces, 6.8%, and it's...
The can looks like something you'd find at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, on one of their products that is either way better than everything else or just subpar.
Yep.
This is a very lactose, like a cream style IPA smell.
And so a Smash IPA means that it's featuring one hop. So it's like showcasing the efficacy of that hop. I don't know which one is in this. It doesn't say, but...
They also smash it with their feet like grapes, like that reporter did when she fell out of the tub of grapes.
I don't remember that. I don't even know
You don't
what
remember that?
is. No, I don't.
It's like one of the first viral videos I ever saw.
Al
I
Roker.
didn't have the internet.
Al Roker did it.
I didn't have the internet till I was 16 years old.
I mean, I don't know how old I was. We had Napster. We were burning CDs in 7th grade.
Yeah, I couldn't do
Even
that.
earlier, like 6th grade.
I didn't have a computer until I was 16.
If everyone wants to hear about video games, do you guys want to hear about video games at all?
I guess I could be persuaded.
I have a passing interest.
Well, let's get right into some news.
I lied. I love it.
Let's get into some news here. There's actually a lot of news, but I think some of them will go pretty quick. Hollow Knight, Silksong.
It's alive.
It got a fucking update, which is kind of exciting. It was mostly someone on Twitter or Blue Sky saying, "Yo, what the fuck?" And the guy's like, "It's coming."
I think people are being a little presumptuous and demanding this shit from people who aren't beholden to them.
Agreed. But if George R. Martin doesn't release Winds of Winter at some point, I will be more upset. He had good graces for a long time. He's no one's bitch, but
he just did a physics paper.
I heard about
He's
that.
a busy man.
Hollow Knight. Matthew Griffin, marketing and publishing for Team Cherry, took to Twitter recently and responded to a tweet saying, "Yes, the game is real, progressing, and it will release." Hollow Knight Silksong was announced February 2019.
Yeah, it's fine though. I think this is okay. They have such a small team. They want to keep things a little pure for themselves.
If it ain't ready, it ain't ready.
If it ain't ready, it ain't ready. And to be honest with you, when it drops, it'll probably be a fantastic day for me, and it'll probably be a surprise. I think that they're probably gonna They're probably gonna not stealth drop this, but just drop it.
Yeah, I was hoping for something like a Switch 2 day one or something like that.
That would be astonishing.
Yeah. But that was an update on Hollow Knight Silksong. Apparently it's still
It's
happening.
more than we've gotten on like Elden Ring or Elder Scrolls per se.
Elder Scrolls, yes. That's been a long time. We'll talk about Elder Scrolls here in a little bit. Unrelated news, Elden Ring Night Rain. Mm-hmm. I got 2 invites to the network test.
So you and Carly, because she's going to be like laid up.
She's a big fan.
She loves.
She's going to be really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got one for you, Tyler, since I don't think you got one.
Yeah, I checked all my folders and I don't have anything.
Yep. So the weekend of February 14th, 15th, and 16th, cancel your plans.
I am busy.
Good luck.
No, with Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
That was a good busy.
You might need to quit work that weekend.
That's fine by me.
The Gooch lives. Hironobu Sakaguchi, the legend himself, has recently stated he's not done with video game development yet.
Did he choose that nickname?
The Gooch.
No.
Okay, I just want because that's a power move.
Some people are born with it, dude. Yes, he had said before that his that mobile game he made, like Neo Fantasian or whatever it was.
No, it's Fantasian, and the port to
Neo Dimensions or
is
something?
Neo Fantasian Neo something. I don't know.
I know.
I already played the damn thing all the way through.
I hear it's okay.
It's one of the prettiest games that I've ever, because I've got the nice like iPad Pro, and I just hook up a controller because it's meant to be used with a touch screen, but no, I don't want that. But it is very him. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Sakaguchi has really explored more beyond traditional turn-based RPG.
You know,
He's kind of good at it, but
one trick pony.
it's kind of what he does, which is okay, but
Yeah. He says he has one more grand adventure in him, and he aims to create a successor to Final Fantasy VI. Which, I mean, maybe you are, maybe you just want to sell more. And if you say things like that,
I would love that. I think
it would be great if it was.
I don't know what he means by that. Mistwalker Studios, very talented developers. They've got Nobuo Uematsu, but he's in poor health, right?
Yeah, he hasn't been touring for a couple of years at least. So
That makes sense.
Ubisoft announced more layoffs last month, with 185 employees laid off across the various European studios. With a potential buyout looming, the studio's future seems to hinge on Assassin's Creed Shadows, set to launch on Xbox and PlayStation this March. I know a previous guest on Elden Dog, Square Table Gaming, awesome dude. He recently got to play it early, and he was not impressed. He said he was pretty worried about it, and I know some other YouTubers have got to play the first 4 hours, and when a studio does that, they want it to come out like, it looks fucking great, we're pumped, and a lot of people are like, we're worried about this. And yeah, it looks like Ubisoft might be going the way of the dodo.
They're a Theseus ship of talent that has been fired, rehired, exploited, overworked, and if it has to die, just let it die, because I haven't really liked a Ubisoft game in a very, very long time.
Yeah, I know the Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown.
That one's good.
It's good, but it also didn't hit the numbers they were hoping for.
I know, and all those people got fired too, which I would say that game flows really well and plays great. I would have kept these people on to at least ensure that, because that's one of the best playing Ubisoft games I've played in a long time as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We live in a corporatocracy where we don't value talent or art or human lives.
Well, it's not going to get a lot worse this year. I'm terrified.
Yeah, me too.
Celeste, developer Extremely OK Games, have canceled Earthblade.
Yep.
Yeah, this is devastating news, but also if video game developers that I absolutely adore and trust make a decision, I'm not going to get too worked up about it. Extremely OK Games announced the cancellation of Earthblade, which was revealed back in April of 2021. The project's cancellation stems from internal disagreements over IP rights for Celeste. The disagreement came between the creators, Noel and Maddie, and Pedro, another founding member of the company. Pedro had been the art director for Earthblade and the pixel UI artist for Celeste and Towerfall. That's very heartbreaking because that was a very small, tight-knit team.
Right.
That'd be like if the Dogcast blew up and one of us was upset and,
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
You know what? I hope we never succeed to that degree.
I hope we never make money.
We succeed because of our friendship.
Wow.
We succeed in being awkward as we tell our coworkers we have a podcast.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone else at Cintas. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said my business.
Oh, we're not supposed to tell people because I tell everybody. I'm very proud of it. I tell customers.
Yeah, but you work in hipster heaven. If I was on a construction site saying, "Yeah, I talk about a video game about a video game character called Celeste," and that's actually the mountain. Her name's Madeline.
It is much easier to talk about being on a podcast when you just gave somebody a double imperial IPA. They're much more willing to listen to you.
The hipsters love it.
Yeah. Like, do you want a fruited sour and hear about Star Wars maybe sometimes?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, I'm your guy.
Do you want to hear 70 hours of Elden Ring talk?
That's usually what gets them.
Yeah.
That's usually what gets them.
It's very specialized. Yeah, so it's disappointing. I did watch the trailer again for Earthblade, and it looked like a, not too dissimilar art style to Celeste, but it was going to be like a Metroidvania more based on combat.
I like the simplified art of Celeste. But it's also very expressive. The animations on those pixels, pretty insane. They can tell a huge story with very little.
Yeah.
My brother's going to be devastated. I think he was really looking forward to this.
Yeah. But that was a decision that they made. Noel and Maddie made it. They could have kept going, but they said it wasn't feeling right. They've been struggling with it. And after this, it's like we kind of just needed to get away with it. Get away from that. So, bummer.
It's fine though. Like whatever they do next will be. I mean, you can't really recreate the Beatles without everyone, but
Yeah. Bummer City. Sega announces a new online profile system called Sega Account. It gives fans access to a host of benefits when playing various Sega and Atlus titles. The first exclusive bonus comes for the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii game. You will get the Kazuma Kiryu special outfit if you have the Sega account. It's been considering some sort of online subscription service for a while, and this could be the proverbial dipping of the toes.
all right.
I mean, everyone else has their own subscription service. I think Sega will definitely go that way. $10 a month, get access to the Persona games, get access to the Yakuza games. At this point, everyone's got them, and they're going for pretty cheap anyways. I'm sure they will do some sort of subscription service like that.
Okay. I'm exhausted by the thought of this.
I'm not saying it's good news. Not something I wrote down, but I think if tariffs go the way that our lovely America is thinking, physical video game media will be suffering hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be mad expensive.
Yep. Digital releases will be able to get to us a lot more with financially sound means.
Still, the internet goes down and we start eating each other like cannibals, though.
I could eat a few people.
It's fine. I got a gun.
Baldur's Gate 3.
We're in trouble.
We're in danger.
You two specifically.
The patch 8 stress test is now live.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
All right, so I play Dungeons and Dragons immediately after this, almost every Sunday.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys that I play with, we're all new, and a bunch of them just got Baldur's Gate for the first time. And they're just dipping their toes in, and they've been waiting for this cross-platform.
It's crazy
to get after it. And now we're about to play so much more D&D because we're going to play tabletop in real life, and then we're making our characters and then playing Baldur's Gate together
you haven't,
as our characters.
You haven't done this yet, though.
No.
Because crossplay will be happening between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
Yep.
Wow.
That sounds like they call it a stress test for a reason. That is going to be challenging.
It's pretty boss, though.
If it works, that's fucking dope.
I mean, I've been playing Marvel Rivals cross-platform with Xbox and PC.
Oh boy, we're going to have to hear about that.
But the demands of Marvel Rivals versus something like Baldur's Gate 3, when you go into Baldur's Gate and the game fucking chugs itself to death. Imagine that trying to have an Xbox, a PS5, and a PC player in the same environment.
Have either of you played Baldur's Gate with another person?
Nope.
How does it?
Jordan.
I'm really curious how it works.
So I did split screen. I mean, I don't know. You did say with another person.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where if you guys are together on screen, it'll be one screen. But if you start moving away, it'll kind of split screen, and then it'll be two different kind of
In conversations, it's like whoever just starts it first, or can anybody chime in?
You can't chime in, no.
Okay, so it's whoever talks
Whoever
first.
starts.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually, Jordan had a character with high charisma, and I would say like you talk to him because I'm a big dumb idiot.
Yeah, I'm a monk, so like I just punch things, but I'm wise about it.
Yeah.
I know where the weak spots on the doors are. For instance, you don't want to punch the doorknob. It's usually made of metal. You're gonna hurt your hand.
That's what I've been doing wrong all my life,
Dude, me too.
Certain mods will also be functioning crossplay.
Whoa. Okay.
Sounds fucking hairy.
I don't know if I trust that.
Xbox Series S gets split screen co-op, a photo mode, and 12 new subclasses.
I'm really curious what the subclasses
Series S, not the X. Well, the X has it.
The X already has it. Yeah.
What an inferior product.
Leave the S behind.
Yeah.
I wonder what the subclasses are going to be. I'm really excited about that.
Who knows? Actually, I think they're all online already.
I gotta look them up. I'm going to talk about it with the Leonards of Skinnerd right after this.
The Leonards of Skinnerd. If we were to go into it right now, we'd talk for the next hour about subclasses. Publisher and gambling enthusiast EA released a new financial report and says
gambling enthusiast,
child gambling enthusiast.
Yes, there you go. You fixed it.
They say shit is looking weak in their newest financial report.
Good.
Both Dragon Age and EA Sport FC 2025 vastly underperformed, with Dragon Age having nearly 50% fewer players than they had hoped for.
Is FC 25
Football club.
It's like a license-free.
Oh, it's the one where you're like the manager.
No, it's FIFA. They just legally can't call it FIFA anymore because apparently FIFA's terrible. I don't know. You remember that whole scandal that happened like 2 years ago?
Man, sports news just washes right over me.
All for people who just kick
You
balls.
just wait till I start talking about Luca going to LA, dude. The internet's on fire right now.
Dude, the Luca Goers.
The Luca Goers, yeah.
Nice.
Dude, the best sports team ever, the Goer.
So they're saying that numbers
More
are
like Winter, am I right?
Are they
More
saying
like wearer. I don't know where they are.
Are they saying number?
That's our quality of
players are
sports
down?
talk for you, Tyler. That's what you get from us.
Are they saying players are down for FC 25 or sales are down?
Sales, players, engagement.
I played it
child
last night.
gambling is down for the game. They wanted
Yeah.
more children spending their parents' hard-earned e-bucks.
I did
Soccer
play,
bucks.
Yeah.
I got FC 25 for free, and I played it last night.
Did you love it?
I like FIFA games. They're one of my favorite games.
Yeah, and
Sounds like you're supporting a bad company.
I
didn't
would
pay
play
for it.
and I've never actually played a Dragon Age game, but we did talk about them.
I played Veilguard.
It's supposed to be fine, right?
Could not get halfway through the game.
Well, when
I
they're-
got bored.
Well, when you're releasing alongside a game like Baldur's Gate 3, which is destroying everything in its wake, it's hard to be around for that.
Well, here's the other thing too.
It's like when Rebel Moon comes out. Good luck, Star Wars.
It is ostensibly a very boring action RPG. Okay. And there's not too much going on. They've simplified everything. They do not respect you as a player to have any sort of level of intelligence. They just ham fist everything your way. And the story is so poorly told. I'm just like, am I supposed to care about these characters? Because I really do not. And they tried. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
The BioWare magic is gone.
Yeah, Ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. Yeah, stocks are plummeting for EA. Okay, we'll do Suicide Squad next. Suicide Squad ends not with a bang, but with a whimper.
But you can play it for free now.
Which I would. I'd be curious to play some of it for free just to see it.
I've watched Luke Stevens play it for like 14 hours. I'm good.
Who's Luke Stevens?
He's a cool YouTuber.
He's a cool YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Covers
Yeah.
a lot of video games. He's
he's
covered
cool.
Suicide Squad extensively from the jump.
He did a lot on Halo. I remember watching his Halo ones, and I liked those quite a bit.
Yeah. I'll have to give him a shot.
Yeah. So the final update added a narrated ending not with even like animated visuals. It's just like still images
What?
of Harley Quinn saying, "Yeah, Puddin'," and then Batman came back, and it wasn't even Batman; it was his clone, or something like that. That was my Harley
what
Quinn.
the-
I apologize.
Wow, that was.
Honestly, you were spot on there.
I could do my
thought-
Donald Duck again if you want.
The ending, the added ending, sees a huge retcon. In one final twist, it revealed Batman is still actually alive, and it was his plan all along for Brainiac to create clones of the Justice League, which are who you actually fought in the game.
I get it. Batman is like an expert planner, but I believe getting shot in the face is something that he's typically not going to.
That wasn't him, though.
To do.
That was a clone.
That was a clone.
That was a Brainiac
that's-
created clone.
That's convenient.
Because they realized, fuck, we probably want to have that Batman around for sequels still, which they already are using for that VR game, which is out, which is supposed to be okay. I don't know, but yeah, Suicide
I can't
Squad.
play it. I don't own a meta, and I'm not supporting that shit.
Insert Frodo Baggins. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
4 seasons, right? They released and they planned for like 10.
Well, it was episode 8, which I don't know how many fucking whatever.
Well, season 1 was the Joker, and then it was Sandman, and then there was some female.
Sandman. That's a Marvel property.
No, the Scarecrow.
Oh,
And Sandman season 3 is officially not going to happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can
Surprise.
thank Neil Gaiman for that.
Season 2 will still come out, though.
And it will.
Just quietly get released. They're not going to
They're
talk
not
about
gonna
it.
Talk about it. No.
And then it'll just disappear.
I am excited to see it. I did read all those books.
I love.
It's
Sandman.
it's a weird thing where you can appreciate the art outside of the author, but it is a thing.
Have you ever read American Gods?
No,
It's my favorite. It's my favorite book.
What'd you think of the Stars show?
I liked it. They changed too much though to keep it going. The story is very succinct.
it's weird when
It
you
doesn't take that long.
when you watch older media, and then it's aged weirdly. Like we were, Carly was watching Sex in the City, and I was in turn watching Sex in the City. And at one point, they're like, "Get in there, Harvey Weinstein's in there." I'm like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
And we're watching Sopranos, and they're like, "That Donald Trump's doing good things for New York." I was like,
Oh God.
yeah, it's just weird.
But they would also still think that those characters.
Well, it's
well,
weird.
and at the time, it makes sense too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching Friends, and there's some homophobic and transphobic jokes. Like
yeah.
they're not like terrible jokes, but like nowadays, if you made that joke, some people would be mad.
Yeah, you know.
It is weird how media ages like that.
Yeah, but Suicide Squad is done. In movie news,
Whoa.
Resident Evil,
They're getting another shot?
they're getting a reboot.
Oh, great.
You know who's on deck to co-write and direct it, though? The director and writer of Barbarian, Zach Krieger.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
I know.
That's
You
actually
not only
that's
have my
interesting,
curiosity, you have my attention.
Full undivided attention
I
right
am
now.
ready for this.
yeah. Just let him be creative with it.
Dude, they better put Timmy in it as a zombie. That'd be hilarious.
It was like a bidding war from the owners, or like the current like proprietors of the rights to Resident Evil. They have it attached with like Zach Krieger, and then there was a bidding war. Whoever wants to pay for the movie, you can have the rights to it, but it's going to be this. And co-written by Shay Hatton of John Wick 4. So
That's a good movie.
Krieger wants to be more faithful to the original series. Now, we remember the previous Resident Evil film. Was it Welcome to Raccoon City?
I
where they
never
did
watched it.
They did Resident Evil 1 and 2 in one movie. And I'm like, it was so rushed, so dumb. It was
Just
exciting.
give us the Spencer Mansion. You could do a horror movie in the Spencer Mansion.
There's
it's
more than
all
enough.
right there.
There's more than
Yeah.
enough. Just
There's
do
more
that.
than enough story in
and
there.
the way that he did Barbarian, that's like in his DNA already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trapped in a house. You can't leave because of zombie dogs.
The
find something
claustrophobic
in-
hallways
Yeah.
and the fucking weird shit in the shadows. He would murder that.
Find something in the basement that goes way further down than you think.
Oh, dude, yeah, have Justin Long that's like weirdly comedic the entire time and fantastic.
I don't know who I'd want to see in that, because it would be, Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine,
Played
Yeah.
by Chris Pratt and Jack Black.
played by Tom Holland and Jenna Ortega.
That's probably right.
I wouldn't mind Jenna Ortega. Vampire Survivors developer Ponkel there's going to be a live action film adaptation of the game.
The game with so much story.
Originally conceived as an animated series, but it's just gotten bigger in the telling. Ponkel, the creator, has said, "Please remember, this game has no plot. It doesn't have a plot. So nobody can really anticipate how a film about it is going to be. That's kind of the part that makes it exciting." And I agree, man. If they can come up with a fun, unique story, whatever, I don't know what the fuck it's going to be. And the more ludicrous, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it could be really fun.
Sonic works. Like, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure out a way to, as long as it's not Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and The Rock running around. What are these vampires?
I watched some of the Borderlands.
How are we going to survive out here?
I watched some of the Borderlands movie last night.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as people say.
But dude,
I still fell asleep.
You have
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett blinders on your fucking eyes, dude. You can't watch that movie objectively.
No, yeah.
She's on screen and you're like 10 out of 10.
Give it all the Oscars.
I was just like, but she's so beautiful.
You gave that movie 10 Oscars and 17 Dylans, dude.
Pretty much. That's fine. I honestly though, like the story was fine. I did fall asleep, but
That's a sign of a good movie.
I was
fell
also
asleep-
drinking.
Okay, you fell asleep to a Kate Blanchett film and you're saying it was fine? Dude, it's got to be the worst film ever if you fell asleep when she's on screen.
I just thought Tiny Tina was super annoying, and you know what? I expected that because I think the character is annoying.
I like the actress, though. She's been in a couple things.
She's
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
but I don't like the character.
Yep. And then, that's all in the main news.
Did you hear about the Helldivers movie, though? They're making a Helldivers movie, and I know what you're going to say. Like, Starship Troopers already exists. But apparently, they're casting as many A-level actors to be in this thing as humanly possible
I don't think that's a good thing.
to kill them off as quickly as possible.
Okay.
That's fine.
It would be really funny to see Snoop Dogg jump out of a hell pod and then just get absolutely wrecked by a
Snoop
Terminator.
Dogg's not cool anymore.
That is
Dog's
true.
bad. He's a bad man.
Well, that was just the most out of left field person that came to my head when
I don't
thought of
I
the
don't really
Helldivers
trust
movie.
anyone to do anything good. I just wait and hope that maybe it is.
Yeah.
Your boy Spartacus here. What's up? What's good? I'm here.
Hi, Spartacus. Plus Premium.
That's my middle name.
Plus Premium is my middle name.
Spartacus plus premium.
Named after your grandfather.
Plus Premium 5.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, in the first order of news, it's sad. It's gone. The anniversary opening is fading away. So if you enjoyed watching the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, whatever opening you
This
had,
is fucking heartbreaking to
it's
me.
gone.
Watching the PlayStation 1 startup screen
Oh my
whenever I'm
God.
going to play Elden Ring gives me fun little chills every time.
Give me a one-time purchase of $5 and I'll keep it.
I would.
I would 100% do it.
And it would be the PlayStation 1.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind the PS2 as well, but yeah.
PS3 for old Dylan.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
But it is kind of silly to give people this and then take it away so arbitrarily. It literally would cost them nothing.
They've said
Taking it away is such a choice.
They've said it's going to come back. Maybe they want people to miss it.
Oh, whatever.
They manufactured demand on this thing.
That is so shitty. That's just so rotten.
Coming from the Nintendo. We're only releasing so many copies of the Mario trilogy on the Switch, and then it's getting locked in the Disney Vault forever.
No, you're right. I mean, I'm not making excuses for Nintendo anymore.
I think it's just shitty for everyone.
I know it.
Yeah.
Make money off of it. Like you two just said they could have had $10 in their wallet.
It exists. It's already there. They don't have to do nothing other than add a fucking buy button.
I think that's probably what they're going to do, and they gave it to us for so long so that we got used to it, and now we're sad to see it go. On the other hand, I understand branding and all that. Like, you want to keep this
Uniform.
this uniform, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun to take a trip down this like nostalgia alley, lane, whatever you want to call it, every now and again.
I guess.
I see where but they still have the PlayStation 5 startup after the PlayStation 1 thing happens. Like,
Yeah.
But I can see the point. You don't want to get you want your branding to be crystal clear.
What you
Yep.
think people are going to get confused as to what console they're playing?
My mom calls everything a Nintendo. It is possible.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know. Every time I start the PlayStation 5 up, they want it to be the same thing, so it just kind of gets me in that mindset.
Sure.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus added in January. You got God of War Ragnarok. Congratulations! If you've never played it, you're
I've
in
been-
for a treat.
I have been
has
playing it.
We'll talk about that and what we've been playing. I'm
know,
excited to hear
I
your
know.
thoughts.
Like a Dragon, Gaiden, the man who erased his name, which is
Can they just make a simpler fucking way of saying the titles of these games?
that is one of the most just asinine titles I've
It
ever read.
is
And I love
it is the prequel to Infinite Wealth.
That's 10 words.
I know.
For people to say, I mean,
I know.
That's the easiest way to explain that game is 10 words.
And I keep wanting to read it as the man who sold the world, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because it sounds just like it. Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand.
I did the world's weirdest kind of shimmy shrug.
More like Dylan shrugged instead of Atlas shrugged.
Nice.
Yeah.
SD Gundam Battle Alliance.
I'll play it.
That sounds like something Dylan's interested in.
I don't really like the SD ones.
What if instead of Lego Star Wars, they had Gundam Star Wars? I guess it wouldn't make sense, but I'm just thinking you make the little Gundam puzzle things all the time.
Yeah.
Models?
Yeah.
Little Gundam puzzles. Look at this fucker. So demeaning.
It's not me. Well, you know what I mean.
My little puzzles.
Well, your models.
There's actually Gundam.
They're action figures, Bradley.
They're not action figures. They're highly detailed models. I mean, SD Gundam
it's
is
not
fine.
a doll.
Gundam Breakers already exists. It's literally about Gunpla. So, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say Gundam Star Wars is the dumbest idea I've had this year so far.
Gundam Star Wars.
We'll see how it goes. Okay.
With your little toys you play with.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Gun Binks?
Gun Binks. We got
Your little toys you play with.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking sorry, dude.
I can be razzed. It's okay. But it's also really funny.
No, I think the real razzing is me razzing myself for talking like a fucking ding dong. What else came out?
Sonoria Wild Hearts.
Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Sayonara to Tyler's reading skills.
I have the reading comprehension of a blind
Sonoria.
I don't practice Sonoria.
It's a really good rhythm game. Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Sonoria?
Sayonara Wild Hearts.
No, you're saying
In my
it wrong.
defense, I've never
sayonara.
I've never seen the
I
word
literally said it
sayonara
right.
spelled before.
Okay.
It means goodbye, Wild Hearts.
Is it English?
No, it's Japanese.
Then why would I know?
I want you to know when I'm making these notes, I hear you saying the words sometimes and it makes me happy. Like this next one made me happy just writing this down.
Yeah, Mutantonium.
Mutationum.
See, like
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
You're fine.
And then he sets me up for failure with Orcs Must Diss 3.
I wrote that wrong.
Orcs Must Die 3.
I don't know what that is either, but apparently
You know I'm concentrating over here, and you purposely mess up letters.
Oh my god.
apparently it's the third Orcs Must Die game.
wow.
Citizen Sleeper. I don't know what that is, but the title entices me.
Citizen Sleeper is kind of I would describe it as very much like
The sequel to Citizen Kane.
no, Disco Elysium.
Oh,
It's actually quite good.
I like that.
I almost bought Disco Elysium the other day. I came like 2 seconds.
I
away
don't
from
know,
buying it.
man.
Why didn't you?
Well, reading comprehension.
Oh.
It's gonna be tough.
It is the most wordy game I've ever played.
See, and no, my problem isn't reading. I can read
it's
real
voice
good.
acted though, but there's just like insane levels of comprehension.
I can read good,
You're good at world building, so you would like that game.
but I can't read out loud good. Does that make sense?
No, I can't either.
I can't
Don't worry.
pronunciate anything.
You'll get into situations where
worry.
one character wants to explain why he's racist for 20 minutes,
You can let him. You can let him go.
but either way, you have to deal with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost bought it. I was real close, and I also had like 3 whiskey old fashions. So I was like,
Oh.
Yeah, we recommend it. That's
That's
one of
not
our
a game. That's not a game I could play drunk.
well, no, it was going to be a
No.
drunk purchase, and then I was like, I've spent too much money this week. I
Right.
should just hold off.
If anything, that's a game you should play hungover.
Yeah, hungover.
So you can be in the same mindset as the main character.
Oh, I could do
Who's
that tomorrow.
profoundly hungover. He looks in the mirror and he's like, "You look at yourself with loathing. What happened to you?" And I'm like, "Oh,
I can relate.
it hurts because it's real."
And then Poker Club, which my roommate's been playing the fuck out of, and he
I've
says
seen
it's
that.
super fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It really.
Yeah, he says he really enjoys it.
Poker Club.
The biggest problem is apparently there's not a timer for some people who go AFK or take too long between turns. He says
Oh,
it's far and
multiplayer online.
yeah, he says it's far and few between where you'll get somebody who's AFK, but he also says there's a bunch of little shitheads that just go all in every hand, and that just sucks.
Oh, so
Yeah,
no one's
well,
playing it
hopefully
right.
they do a ranking system where if you're level 40, you get more level 40 people, you know?
Yeah, people who are serious about playing it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then added for January Premium was Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, which I did not know existed until this very second.
Yeah.
We talked all about it. You don't listen to the podcast?
We talked a little bit about it. That's one of the games. I think came out on the original Xbox
Yeah.
as well.
And then Medieval 2, which I believe I played Medieval 1.
Great. I think a lot of people did. It was on a lot of demo discs back in the day.
In the other news, we have Brad, very funny here, God of Boar.
You get it?
You get it?
Because
Dylan, do you get it?
Yeah.
More like God of Snore.
No, I don't get it. What? Rhymes? See, that's the thing I can't do. I can't do rhyming.
Yeah. Does that rhyme?
After the spectacular success of Concord, Sony is seemingly terrified of live service games, a type of game which they were heavily invested in, one of which was going to be a God of War live service game.
Sounds fucking stupid. I do not want... What would it be? 50 Kratoses running around?
Dude, like, I don't understand where you're going with it, and I don't like it. I guess you might be able to play as, like, some of the gods.
This sounds like a horrible concept, like a tired idea. And yes, let's take what is known as our best functioning, like, single-player story, one of the premium PlayStation video games.
Yeah, when a lot of people think of Sony, they think of Kratos.
Yeah. And they're
let's
like...
ruin it.
Let's ruin it. You know what would be funny, though? If it was just 500 Kratoses running around, and some of them had mohawks, and some of them had makeup, and some had, like... this one's dressed up like Steve Urkel. It's the Steve Urkel skin this month, so we got Kratos going, did I do that?
If they were actually going to do that, they would have to do it like Deadpool 3, where it was just a bunch of different Deadpools.
It sounds so bad.
It does, but Deadpool would be the best to pull it off.
Christopher Judge would be laughing so much, though. Dude would love it.
Apparently, a God of War live service game was developed by Bluepoint and has been being developed by Bluepoint since 2022.
That's a long time.
It has now been axed, which you got to think about, like, the loss of money just in that project alone from 2022 to now. That's 3 years.
3 years
going
of
on
salaries.
3 years. Yes, for nothing.
Of renting buildings, of paying for machinery.
And the game probably was going to be released for free because you got to keep up with, like, Overwatch and shit.
It would have been released for free, but then there would have been, if you want to get the Kratos sunglasses that say Loki sucks, $5.
Yeah, it's not good. Another live service game that would have been a sci-fi live service game being developed by Bend has also been canceled. Good. Kill them all. Bury them deep in the basement. And never talk about them.
Much like the Justice League, they should be killed, but only their clones.
Yes.
And then
Turns out it was a clone the whole time, Puddin'.
Now I like it.
Thank you.
There was also a rumored Horizon MMO. That could still be alive, but I think I read yesterday that it's probably done.
No, I read the other
shit.
day that it's probably still alive. Horizon is the franchise that no one's asking for. It's good. It is a great... I
can't wait for the third one. Are you kidding me?
But the fact that
never played
Sony
the
is, like,
second
putting all of their chips onto Horizon and, like, Horizon VR, Lego Horizon, to me, it's not there yet as the next world that they should be going all in on.
I mean...
And especially they're diluting it by, if they're making it a live service game, if they're making it a Lego game, to me, it's like making it lesser than additive.
The second one takes so many big swings, and there is a huge, like, plot development halfway through where I was like, oh, now it's just a straight up sci-fi story.
See, I tried playing the first one. I got bored. And then years later, I came back and started it over. And I made it much further the second time.
Yeah.
And then I just got bored. And then I never played the second one.
So if you mainline, like, the quest, it is better. And I know that it's kind of in our, DNA to find everything.
If there's collectibles, I'm going to collect them.
I know. And I don't blame you. But it's also like if you mainlined it, you could easily get through the story. It's really not hard. The second one, you do have to grind. But in the first one, I think you can just go all the way through.
It's one of those weird situations where the moment I saw the credits, my brain was like, erase all of it.
Yeah.
Which, that's a weird thing to me.
At least you made it that far.
I'm a big fan of the series as I think it does a lot of that stuff better than a game I'm going to talk about later.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, like, first party IPs.
I love the character of Aloy. She's great.
Yeah. No complaints there.
Yeah.
I'm in love with her, but she'd never be in love with me.
Dude, rumor has it in the movie, Kate Blanchett's playing her.
Hell yeah, man.
That's confirmed.
Yeah, dude. But Kevin Hart is also playing the younger version of her.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be
That's
weird.
going to be a bit of a
What am I, some sort of Aloy?
The cool thing is, though,
Sorry, that
was so bad.
that's my Kevin Hart.
the cool thing is
You're full of it today.
Sorry,
You're all right.
sobriety's been rough.
when he plays young Aloy, though, the cool thing is they don't have to do any forced perspective. He's just that short already.
True.
They actually do force perspective to make him taller.
Yeah. Stand on this apple box.
Yep.
More God of War news. It looks like Kratos and company are going to Egypt. It is not confirmed, but a reliable...
I don't think Kratos will.
That's what it said.
You think that they're gonna not bring Kratos?
He's dead.
He ain't dead yet.
No, he ain't.
Isn't he?
No.
I thought someone spoiled that for me. I guess I'm wrong.
No, Kratos is not dead. You cannot kill Kratos. Even if they killed him, there
come
would be an opening mission that takes you going to fucking Tartarus or something to bring him back. Kratos.
But he's so old and he needs his rest.
Well, that's my thing because we'll talk about God of War. Well, actually, we can talk about what we're thinking about the next God of War after we talk about Ragnarok.
that's
events.
fine.
What should be the next story for Kratos? I think Egypt would be cool. I know we've all been very high on like a like Central American.
Central American
Would be-
sounds very cool. Or go China.
I think that Egypt is a safer route.
It's too
because
safe.
I don't think so because Norse and Greek were safe too.
I want to fight Anubis.
Well, I don't know. And like we said,
Anubis
that
is a good guy, though.
I've thought about
I know, but you're going to fight him.
when we did our God of War episode, we were joking around about going to Boston and fighting like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck as the gods. And I think about that more often than I should. Like you
I
go
don't
to
even remember that.
I don't know if you were there for that episode. We go to Fenway Park. It's like one of the locations. I kind of want that.
Well, I mean,
How do you like them apples, Kratos?
Chinese
Just punches a hole in Matt Damon.
I think the worry then has to be like we have to be pretty culturally sensitive to mythologies that people are still practicing.
No, if they were brave, Christianity.
Whoa.
That's the
That's
fucking.
honestly
That's the end of the series.
No, that's cool to me.
Loki stabs Jesus.
Oh man, Metatron.
Jesus! And it fucking takes the lance of Longinus and stabs him.
Nice.
I mean, that's the natural progression.
Or Mormonism.
Oh my God. Joseph Smith just like wielding a giant like gold plate shield.
There's just too many possibilities. All right, I'm getting excited right now.
All right. Co-CEO. Less than a year after being introduced, Sony is losing its dual CEO approach. Former Guerrilla Games manager director Herman Holst and Platform Business Group bigwig Hideki Nishino. Nailed it. Started sharing the job
Not really,
June 1st
but
of last year. I will not take any slander.
He's not taking any.
I'm not taking any.
We're doing no slander.
I read almost a full paragraph without fucking up.
Nice.
Hideaki Nishino.
Yeah, that was close enough. Nishino will now be taking full control. So Holst is out. Nishino's in.
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means
I
either.
don't know. I don't get it.
That's something that happened to Sony.
It's like almost like, hey, you know how we have two guys doing the job of one person? Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Let's give it to the guy.
We're not going to have any manager. We're going to have 7 kind of managers.
Yeah. Oversight, I think, is what the word we're looking for. But yeah, no, we're down to one CEO. Congratulations,
Wow.
you are now operating like almost every other company.
Wow.
Horizon Zero Dawn movie. A big budget live action Horizon film seems to be coming from Columbia Pictures. Tom Holland will be playing Aloy.
It's confirmed.
Yes.
Confirmed.
He can dress up pretty. He's a pretty little boy.
Do you see this as a feature film to go in theaters to see?
No.
Do you see this as a
I don't think it functions
Amazon
out-
Prime release?
I don't see this as anything but the medium it was created in.
I have negative interest for a movie.
I have zero interest in seeing a movie. I thought the story of the first game was pretty boring. The story in the second game is much better. I don't know why we need to tell this story outside of a video game context.
HBO Max series, if you're going to do it, it's working for The Last of Us
yeah.
and Fallout on Amazon Prime. That's one that I had zero faith in, and it's fucking hardcore delivered.
Well, Fallout also had the benefit of being a story told with different characters
In the universe.
in the universe.
And you can do the same thing with The Last of Us if they ever wanted to deviate from Joel and Ellie. There is an incredible world building there that you could follow anybody else for any number of episodes. And
Yeah, I
it'd still
get
be
it.
compelling.
Trees grow on buildings now.
All I know is that This will either be the greatest film ever released or the worst film ever released.
Oh, I don't know. It could be middling.
People forgot that there was a whole Resident Evil series. They did a whole series, a TV series, and no one talks about it. There was a Halo series that had 2 seasons, right?
Yep.
It's wild that it
No
got
one
2.
talks about it.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
And it's Halo. Like, I don't know. I think this movie could be a wet fart. I think the Uncharted film was actually pretty good.
It was
fine.
The Uncharted movie was fun.
It was fun.
It was nothing like the game because Mark Wahlberg is not the Sully that I wanted.
No.
Mark
He's the
Wahlberg
Sully
is
I
rarely
got.
the man that I want for anything.
Because Mark Wahlberg is just Mark Wahlberg.
I wish that Uncharted were the game I wanted.
I'm tired of fucking making shit that already exists as a creative medium into another creative medium. Here's a concept. If you want to make a good fucking movie, come up with your own fucking idea and do something creative and new. I am so sick and tired.
Let's reboot Resident Evil.
Rebooting and reimagining and taking a comic book and making it a TV show. Come up with your own fucking idea.
You guys like Ghostbusters? Well, no, you have to eat it, piggy.
This is going to be different. They're all women now.
It's Robert Downey Jr., but this time he's another Marvel character.
You're going to come see it because, Bill Murray's in it and we know you little piggies want him.
I know you like sounds and visuals like a baby Einstein.
This Hulk is red.
He's also Indiana Jones.
He's going to point. I promise you, he's going to point angrily at him.
He's going to do it so good. No, come up with your own idea. Please.
There's 0% chance
I'm
it's
okay with
happen, Tyler.
I'm okay with Zach Cregger making Resident Evil because they butchered it, and I want to see a good one.
Why don't you be brave and make a Crash Bandicoot live action film like we're
Fucking
asking
do
for?
it.
Wow. I'll be the Bandicoot.
There you go.
I'll be Crash himself.
Pay money for that.
I will be Koala Kong.
That's awesome.
And you're
can
Komodo
be-
Joe and Komodo Mo.
Yeah, I'm down.
You're playing both of them.
Yeah.
I can do it.
You're going to put on 200 pounds to play the fat one before you realize it was a digital character.
I commit to the bit. I am a method actor.
I figure I'd sound fatter if I was fatter.
How did you gain all the weight? I just drink a gallon of melted ice cream every morning.
We have another beer here. This one is the Brunch Muffin Blueberry Tart Fruited Ale. It's a vanilla lemon zest and blueberry
Did
tart
we not
fruited ale.
have this one, or did we have an offshoot of it?
I don't think we had this one.
We
This
had
one,
like a breakfast ale of some sort.
this one comes from Phil. We appreciate it so much, Phil. Phil E. It's from Little Rock, Arkansas.
It's where I was
Milk
born.
sugar for a tart and tasty pastry-inspired sour. Cheers, fellas.
Well, if it's so great, why did you leave?
Because it's not great. In fact, it's one of my least favorite places.
It has a
Arkansas?
wild. It has a wild smell to it.
It's nice
Have you
and tart.
smelled it?
I don't get like a pastry-inspired feel to it, but nice and tart, delicious. I like the lemony zest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't taste the
I get almost no pastry.
yeasty nature of the muffin.
Yeah, that is definitely a tart ale.
It's very good.
I like it. Hey everyone, it's Chad Xbox here. Here to talk to you about the true greatest console ever, the Xbox 7
Sure.
or 9 or 4.
We don't know.
We don't know what we're on right now, and that's the point because it is Xbox. Hey, Dylan, that shirt you're wearing, it's an Xbox.
Whoa.
Guess what? This table, Xbox.
Oh, shit.
Believe it or not, this house, it's a big Xbox.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
What games you got?
We got door. We got chair.
Oh.
Yes, it's Xbox, everyone. And you know it, you love it. That's the news.
Moving on.
Okay. Added to Game Pass in January, we got Carry On, Road 96, EA Sports FC 5, Lonely Mountain Snow Riders.
Which is good.
I wish I was a really depressive, thoughtful story about someone who lives on a mountain, but it's probably a sports game.
It's kind of a relaxing sports game. It's the sequel to Lonely Mountains Downhill.
Okay.
It's like a bike thing. It's like a very physics-based kind of challenge racer,
Okay.
but not really racing.
Gigantic Rampage Edition.
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
Yeah. Good game.
Orcs Must Die Death Trap. So I don't know why they got Orcs Must Die 3 on Sony, but we got Orcs Must Die Death Trap. Eternal Strands. It's a strand type game.
Oh,
Shady Part of Me. It's an M&M bio game where you can customize your Slim Shady how you want.
Oh, I thought you were serious for a moment.
I don't think so.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Oh, it's fine.
Sniper Elite Resistance.
Wait, that's on Xbox?
Yep, on Game Pass.
Really?
Might have been added, it got added at the end of January. Yeah.
It just came out.
I'm just telling them what I heard, Dylan.
That's pretty awesome. I might play it now.
Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector.
What the fuck? We just got Citizen Sleeper.
Chad Xbox here.
He's got it too.
Fuck Sony.
Shout out to Carrion.
I play my PlayStation all the time.
Shout out to Carrion. It's a very good video game.
And coming soon to Game Pass, Far Cry New Dawn, Avowed, and Atomfall.
I have Far Cry New Dawn. I paid money for it. I've literally never played it. I've owned it for forever.
Sounds like a you
I started
problem.
playing. Well, I wanted to play Far Cry. I love Far Cry. Far Cry 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. Far Cry 4, not that hot. Still a passable game. But then they switched to the silent protagonist for Far Cry 5, which sucked because they put Far Cry 5 in like the best scenario ever, which was like weird culty dystopian Western United States. So down with that. But the cool thing about Far Cry was like you get.
I don't want to play a video game about a dystopian United States when I fucking live it, dude.
Well, this was
give me a fantasy game.
This
Give
was
me
years ago.
Yeah,
but like the
It was
cool
still
thing
made
about,
within Trump's regime.
I think it was right before.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, no. The
How
cool
old
thing
am
about
I?
Far Cry is that you have the protagonist that you can role play as, like playing as Jason Brody in Far Cry 3 and trying to get your friends back and becoming one with the island was dope. Like switching to a silent protagonist just took all the steam out of the game.
yeah.
I can imagine how it would, but also the stories were not great.
But they're made worse when a character walks up and they're like, "Hey, good job taking out that group of bandits," and then silence. You don't talk much, do you? That's all right. And it's like, we don't have to address it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be talking about that in my games.
Yeah, I love it when there's spoken dialogue, but they will not name your main character. So someone's like, "It's the new guy. We call him Rookie."
Yeah.
It's like, say my name. I named my character Grangus McDangle for a reason.
McDangle, Grangus.
I want to hear you say it.
You just want to hear Herc say your name.
I'm like Walter White every time I name a character. Like, say my name.
So there's going to be a new thing about Chad Xbox where almost every video game that I talk about from Xbox is actually a multi-platform release.
Yep.
So we're going to get used to that. There was a developer direct this last month, and they showcased the Doom, The Dark Ages, which that's launching May 15th, 2025, day one Game Pass, as to be expected. It features a dark medieval look, rip and tear, fly, pilot a big fucking mech. I'm not sure how I feel about all that.
I love all of it.
I'm so signed up.
Just be fucking, I'm on board.
Get weird with it.
When the trailer for this had Marty Stratton talking about the game, I remembered how upset and pissed off I was at him for how he treated Mick Gordon during the soundtrack process. How he went onto Reddit, threw him under the bus.
That's true, yeah.
Mick Gordon still hasn't gotten paid for Doom Eternal's soundtrack. The whole thing, I got livid again. I got really worked up because Mick Gordon was just like, made one of the best video game soundtracks, I think, of all time. I think Doom 2016's soundtrack lives on above the game, in my opinion. It's good as the game.
It's listenable as a metal album.
So good. And the fact that he wrote like 100-page like presentation pretty much describing everything that happened with fucking checks, with notes, with receipts.
I remember this, yeah.
And just to see Marty Stratton on screen made me pretty upset. The game looks good. Okay. You get a shield saw, a shield that's got the saw blades. That's cool. You get an iron flail weapon.
Yeah.
It's very much like medieval fantasy. The game looks cool. It does look good.
I love it. I'm so excited.
The world design's great. I don't know about the whole mech and flying around thing, sure.
The guy who builds Gundams is going to hate that.
Those little puzzles you do?
Yeah, those dopey little puzzles for babies.
They make them for grown-ups?
Yeah, they do now.
How many pieces?
2.
Click, done.
You put a sword in his hand.
Yeah, he put a sword in his hand, yep.
I'm something of an architect.
They said, though, Marty Stratton, fucking great dude, said in the video, before we had like run and gun, and then we had this thing, and then it's like Doom the Dark Ages, it's about standing and fighting. It's about holding your ground and like defensive maneuvers and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a fair shake. But to me, what made Doom 2016 so good was the insane speed.
Right.
And we'll see how it goes.
Well, we've got another kind of medieval game coming out. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah.
Which I played the first one.
It's so good.
And that is very much like simulating being a knight.
Yeah.
And a lot of battles are just you kind of holding a line and figuring out how to parry and, keep your energy up.
Dude, once you figure out the combat in that game, you feel like a god. Because most of the time you just get your ass kicked and then you run away.
Yeah.
In Kingdom Come Deliverance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember taking out like a whole bandit camp at one point. Like I killed like 4 dudes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
which is actually kind of hard for that game.
It's super hard.
Something Doom the Dark Ages also announced that really rubbed me the wrong way. Variable speed. So it's so everyone can play. And I was like, don't let Doom the Dark Ages play at 50% for newbies. I'm very much the proponent of make the game the right way and the way it's meant to be played.
Right.
So I don't know. I want to be super excited for this game, but I wound up being not excited for it.
People will figure it out. I just watched a video where a guy beat Elden Ring using only summons. People will figure it out.
Yeah. Whatever. They also announced Ninja Gaiden 4.
Right.
Day 1 Game Pass Fall 2025. It's like a more modern take of it. I never played the originals, but I had friends who were hardcore when they were on the original Xbox back in the day.
They are good, but I will tell you this. I downloaded Ninja Gaiden Black 2.
Yeah.
Or Ninja Gaiden
2 Black.
2 Black. And
it's where you play as Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Okay. What am I, some sort of a Ninja Gaiden?
Jesus Christ.
Pretty good, right?
You're getting better.
I'll be honest, it's a little
really dope.
It's a little clunky. I think the new game looks very, very viscerally entertaining. These games are known for being very difficult. But I don't know if I'm going to have the energy or want or desire, because when I hear Ninja Gaiden, I'm like, I don't know. I've always kind of liked it.
Day 1 Game Pass, though.
For free, yeah, I'll play.
If it takes me half an hour to download it, and then I can play the first 20 minutes. The thing is, I think that the expectations for the opening of a game now has become just crazy high, because with so many games available to give a fair shake to,
right.
If you don't get me in 5 minutes, you're losing me quick.
Yeah, I totally agree.
We'll talk about what we've been playing and how I struggled a little bit with the new one. And then Claire Obscure Expedition 33, turn-based RPG, 1800s France. It's got a reactive turn-based system. I came out for this trailer not terribly excited, but curious.
I'll fuck with it.
We'll see how it is.
Yeah.
I still have to catch up on, what was the big RPG that just came out not long ago that you played?
Metaphor
Refantasio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah.
Whichever one you'd like.
So Microsoft has spoken that they are very excited about the Switch 2 and bringing video games to that and to PlayStation as well, including Flight Simulator should be coming to PlayStation 5 and quite possibly Switch 2.
It'll play better on the 5.
Yeah, Switch 2 is going to be outdated the day it comes out.
I know.
Master Chief Collection is allegedly coming for both. I think that's cool.
I guess.
If you want it, if you need it.
How many gigs is that now? Because they had to fix it so many fucking times.
Probably like 500 gigs.
That
fucking who knows?
That's insane.
More to come. There's going to be lots of things coming to both of the Nintendo and the PlayStation. Microsoft has reportedly laid off staff already this year, affecting its gaming, security, and sales divisions. Last year, Microsoft let go of 1,900 employees who have families, who have pets, who have loved ones, and they're out of work.
Who have Xboxes.
Before
their Xbox mortgage is coming due.
Yeah, and they cut 1,900 after the acquisition last year, and then 650 more in September last year, but they've already reportedly laid off more. And last bit of Xbox news. Halt Criminal Scum, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is getting a remake.
Oof. They're remaking Oblivion?
That's when you go, oh shit, what?
No.
We can do the take again if you want to pretend you're excited.
No, okay, do it again.
Yeah, go for it.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is getting a remake.
Huh?
What?
What Like, what?
Oh,
From the
dude.
360?
I never thought I'd see the day.
The gameplay that was bad back then?
Is this the new Elder Scrolls game that they teased?
This is the one. This is Elder Scrolls 6 Oblivion.
Yeah, is this what they teased?
Hey, now I loved Oblivion.
Fuck yeah, me too, man. If nothing else, the voice acting, it's perfect already.
Keep it the same.
Yeah, you got Terrence Stamp, you got Sean Bean.
Yeah.
You have
Stewart.
Linda Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of Oblivion. My first ever
If you played it today, you would say, "I can't believe I thought this was so good."
Yeah,
Oh, probably.
You would say that.
It was I got the red ring
Yeah,
of
but
death.
you can run on water.
It is cool.
When I was doing the jumping thing where you just build your acrobatics by finding a wall that you can jump on and then slide down.
Do you like some sort of like popsicle sticks and rubber bands around your controller?
I got the red ring of death, and that's every time I think of Oblivion is the red ring of death.
I believe I was playing BioShock when I got the red ring.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was playing, but
Yeah.
turning in consoles happens a lot these days. But Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion has been all over the news lately saying a remake is happening. This is the first we have heard since the document leak from September 2023 suggesting it was in the works. According to MP First, it's being remade in the Unreal Engine 5,
Okay.
which would suggest a huge reworking and not just a simple remaster. Tweaks to stamina, sneak, blocking, archery, hit reaction, and the heads-up display. Everything is meant to be a more modern take, and they want to make the gameplay feel like it's not Xbox 360 level gameplay.
Okay.
It won't feel like the first game ever made.
It won't feel like the first game ever made. Oblivion is great. It was one of my first big action RPGs I ever played, and I would be curious to see seeing it redone. Also, there have been a fan community doing the Sky Oblivion. If you haven't seen any of the videos online, it is like Skyrim modded to the max, but the entire world and story and creatures of Oblivion. Just take it. It's out there. Pay them. Don't just take it, but like pay those people for their work and just release their thing as like a full Skyrim mod, $40. People would pay for it. I don't know. I guess they would make less money on it, but
If I got it faster.
I'd rather play Sky Oblivion than I think what they're doing here, but we haven't seen anything big.
As long as they make the world a little more entertaining, because I just remember bland towns and
yeah. The fucking dialogue wheel where it's like if someone likes this kind of talk and that kind of talk and
Or like if you clear out a bandit camp and then you're walking through the area again, put more bandits there at a higher level. Right. I always hated in Bethesda games how like once you cleared areas of the map, I want to live in the world. I don't like fast travel. I want to traverse this landscape. But 90% of it is empty because I killed everything.
Let's just save that. Let's talk about what we've been playing first.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll do a full Nintendo transfer into it.
All right. Who would like to go first today? Gentlemen?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I've been playing. I played a little bit of FC25 the other night just because I gotta have a sports game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just craving some competition against.
You're
the
really
computer.
into things that encourage child gambling too, right?
Yeah, big pro child gambling.
You have the Dora the Explorer FanDuel account, right?
I do. I bought my little sister pull tabs the other day, trying to get her hooked early with cardboard crack.
Yep. If you get 3 swiper no swipings,
yep,
you win a juice box.
Yeah, it's been great. No, I played a little bit of FC, but then mostly I've just been playing Elden Ring again.
Yeah.
So I started a Wretch playthrough.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Well, I was really like struggling on what build to make because my build that I beat the game with was a strength faith build, and I was like, well, I want to do something different. Like, so then I couldn't figure it out. So I played as a Wretch, and I let the game just come to me. Like,
it's cool. Let it shape you.
Yeah, to see what I got. But I'm going to attempt to beat the game without using any somber weapons because I want to use all the grease and all the pots that I can. So I've landed on the Morning Star for now.
That's probably a horrible sound. Sorry to all of us.
The Morning Star has been fun, and I got like this weird like strength arcane build now because the Morning Star does bleed damage, and I got a shit ton of endurance, and I got a big ass brass shield. So I'm just tanking everything.
Yeah, well, and
it's been a lot of fun.
It's cool using standard weapons instead of special weapons because then you can also change their affinities too when you do Ash of Wars.
Yep.
So if you want to make one that's like a frost version of that weapon, you can really bend those weapons to whatever you want.
Yep, I put Hoarfrost Stomp on the Morningstar, so it does frostbite and bleed damage, like build up.
Very cool.
Which has been super cool. Plus, like, I'm just tanking the entire time, and Hoarfrost Stomp has such a large cone of like AoE that I'm usually trapping everything in it, and it does like 2 hits of damage. And then with the Morningstar, I'm usually able to break poise pretty quickly after that.
Yep.
It's kind of a little bit of a broken build in Liurnia because I've just been cruising, but I also pulled up a guide of where like every single mini boss, every single invasion, every fucking cave that I missed the first time through. And
cool.
On my cool Z Flip phone, because I have 2 screens.
Oh, that phone that you
never talk about?
You never talk about.
So I have that pulled up on one side, and on the other side, I have a Reddit post that shows in chronological order how you're supposed to talk to every single NPC and at what time.
You're doing the NPC thing?
Oh, I just wanted to see, like, there's some storylines that I totally missed. Like, I didn't meet Patches until well after Rykard.
Yeah.
And then this time I killed him right away on accident because I was trying to get his emote. And you have to like attack him and then wait for him to attack you back. And then he eventually gives up and gives you a new emote.
You can get another emote at the very end of his quest too.
Well, I got his armor now.
Yeah.
So he did.
His armor sucks.
That's what I'm wearing because my fucking shield and weapon and everything is so heavy.
Even, so I'm playing Elden Ring right now as well. I'm doing another playthrough. I'm doing this all as like with a bow. So it's mostly long range. And then if they get close, I bust up my Reduvia, or if it's something a little substantial, I do have my Bloodhound's Fang. But it is
bow are you using?
The Serpent's Bow.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was using on my bleed build for a while.
It's very cool instigating all of your combat from a distance because you can really see enemy AI, see how it's broken, see how it works.
Right.
And I know
just cheese the living hell out of it.
I go around a corner a little too far and they're like, well, fuck. I don't want to go that far away from my arrow standing. I like that spot. I'm going to go back. And you just come around the corner, shoot him 5 times, and then like, wait a second, that guy's still there. And then he's like, well, shit, I don't want to go 30 feet away from where I was standing. I like that spot.
Are you using poison arrows with it?
No, because then I'd have to craft them. You can buy regular arrows.
But it does bonus poison damage, doesn't it?
You're correct. But I'm not going to go fucking kill 1 billion deer to make 1 billion poison arrows. I'll use 99 arrows if I go through 2 dungeons.
Oh, you could burn through some arrows.
But if you use the Ash of War Mighty Shot, it's good. I've been really enjoying it. Today, speaking of NPC quests, I did something today with Celavis that I've never done before, where I got to the point where he wants me to give Ronnie the Amber Draught to make her into a puppet. And at that point, I'm playing a shithead character. So I tried to kill Celavis, and I didn't know that he would just like, he's like, don't ever come here again. He just disappears after I attacked him. And it made Ronnie and EG disappear as well. I guess I like pissed all of them off. And so I had to go to church and use a Celestial Dew for absolution. And then they forgot about it. But I didn't know that Celavis did that. But I'm enjoying this playthrough. I've also killed every merchant I've ran into, and it's really heartbreaking. But I'm playing. I kill most NPCs when I run into him. This character is just the royal shithead. He doesn't shower. I imagine no one likes being around him.
Are you wearing the skull armor that you get from that dude at the round table hold?
I was, but it's super impractical. It's not that good.
Yeah.
So now I'm wearing a mixture of the Dung Eater armor and Radahn's armor.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did my first invasion because I was doing White Mask Vari's storyline. Because the first playthrough, I never thought to go back to talk to him. Like, he's like, oh, you're maidenless. Get fucked. Go after Godric. And then I did, and then I just never went back.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I listened to all of the dialogue because it's been so long since I've heard, like, some of these lines. And he's like, oh, you're maidenless. And then I got a maiden. And I was like, I should go talk to that guy again and just rub his nose in it. And then there was new dialogue.
So it's like when you get a girlfriend, you like show up to someone who's talking shit like, hey, you want to meet my girlfriend?
And then he's like, you should go kill the king over there.
I don't think I've ever done that.
It's because you've always just had beautiful ladies, Dylan.
Well, no, I was just like, here's my wife. And then be like, what?
Yeah, she's my wife.
Yeah.
Like, sir, this is a Wendy's.
You playing anything else besides Elden Ring?
I did get Star Wars Outlaws.
Do you pay for it?
I paid for it.
Oh, boy, buddy.
How much money?
It's going to be on sale.
It was like fucking $60 or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler.
It's going to be $20 in 3 months.
It's okay.
Tyler, I could have borrowed you a bad video game I have and save you money.
I don't hate it. One of my coworkers was playing it, and we were talking about it for weeks, and then they beat it, and they were like, I highly recommend it, but they had it digital, and then I couldn't get it. And then I just was really hankering for it for some reason. I don't know why.
Some Star Wars.
I just wanted a little Star Wars.
You should just watch the fucking Mandalorian.
It's not a bad game, and it's nice to have an Ubi game on my hard drive that I can jump in and out of.
Ubi?
Yeah, that's what I call them. Ubi games.
What, like
Ubisoft games.
Little explore, climb, and collects?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad. No. I mean, it's not a great game. The story is starting to get pretty cool, and some of the worlds are really, really nice. Like, getting to Tatooine for the first time, I was like, this is pretty fucking dope.
I'm so fucking tired of Tatooine.
Yeah, but being in it, like on a speeder exploring around was pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah, I much prefer Jakku if we're talking about deserts.
To me, it's really uninspired when you have a universe of planets.
They're all one thing.
And it's all fucking Tatooine.
Yep.
Well, it's just one of them so far.
Jakku is Tatooine, basically.
I forget the name of the planet that you start on, but it's not bad. The stealth they fixed it, so the stealth does feel really good when you sneak into like an Imperial base and you have to go like collect something or turn a server off or do some shit. You have to sneak deep into the space, and the enemy UI is not the greatest, and it is really stupid that this little tiny woman can punch a stormtrooper in the helmet and that knocks him out. I just don't find that realistic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know.
I love it when I see an NFL player punch another one in the helmet. I was like,
that hurts your hand.
You do realize that's a helmet.
It's designed to be for that.
It's designed to be hit by other helmets with 400-pound dudes running into you.
Yeah.
True. You're going to use your hand?
No, at first I regretted the purchase pretty heavy. I had some buyer's remorse for like the first 5 hours of the game.
Oh, wow.
But it's a long intro, and it's kind of a janky playthrough.
Nothing I like better than a long intro.
But because I had buyer's remorse, I was like, I have to keep playing this at least for a little bit. And then all of a sudden it clicked, and I was like, all right, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. So there was like 2 days where like as soon as I got off work, that's like all I did. But then you get a little burnt out from collecting.
Yeah.
And I hate it when like you're in a starting area and you find this dope ass cave that's like super hidden. You're like, hell yeah. And then you get in there and there's not really anything to do. And then right before you're about to leave, you turn around and there's a very oddly colored wall. And you're like, I can break that. And then it's like, you need the laser cutter. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And now I have to come back to this starting area 40 hours into the game when I get the thing that's supposed to be able to break this.
Have you ever been like a fan of Metroidvanias?
I love Metroidvanias.
Well, that's exactly what Metroidvania is.
But in an open world game where you're going to be going to multiple different maps.
It's a little harder.
Once I turn the corner of someone that doesn't give a fuck about completing games, I've been so much happier.
See, and that's what I'm doing now, because I did a lot of the collecting on the first planet that you're in, and I had a lot of fun with it for a while.
Yeah.
But once the story picks up, the story actually gets kind of cool for part of it. Like, I'm getting kind of into it, because the reputation system where you can like piss off some people and then like make friends with other like syndicates is really helpful when you figure out who's running the area you're in. Because like if you're in bad standing with the Hutts and you get to Tatooine, it's like, fuck, I gotta like grind a little bit. And it doesn't take very long to like switch your allegiance back over to get better prices and better missions and stuff. And then you get like some new gear, and then it makes it seem like it's worth it, and you're double crossing people the entire time. And the story, people are double crossing each other and you. It is a very it's a very cool take on the
kind
Star Wars story. Yeah.
Kind of fluid.
Because I don't know who to fucking trust in the game. Like the guy who's giving me the mission right now, I'm like, I don't trust you. He gave me a battle droid. I don't trust this droid.
I'm guessing this takes place after Return of the Jedi and before The Force Awakens.
No, this is actually in the original trilogy, I believe.
It takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because Jabba is still alive.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is not a bad game. Riding around on the speeder is kind of a pain in the dick sometimes.
Why? Is it just bad?
It's just kind of bad sometimes. Like you'll be cruising and like you'll be flying over rocks and stuff because you like it hovers, and then there will be like one pebble, and then I just fucking get launched into the air.
I wonder what George Lucas thinks about seeing Star Wars stuff now.
Well, he called Disney white slavers.
And that was right when the sale happened. And now he has to like see it all the time just being milked and milked.
He
and
could have
milked.
sold Star Wars for a lot more money than $4 billion.
Yeah. So
At some point, what's another $1 billion?
long story short, I have a little bit of buyer's remorse, but at the same time, I haven't totally hated my time with it.
Did you get it physical or did you get it?
No, I was drunk. It was digital purchase.
Oh, okay.
It was late
That's
night.
usually how it works for me too.
Yeah.
Never buy a digital game for $60, Tyler.
This was a lesson learned,
Unless it's something you really want.
and this is like remember.
Not something that you had like a passing interest in.
Oh yeah, no, I was bored with Expendable Income one night, and I had been talking about it for.
Yeah.
You know how it is when you get with like a friend and like they're playing a game and you can just see the excitement in them, and they're a bigger Star Wars fan than me, and I just like. It was like hive mentality. I was just like, at first I was like, fuck that game. I'll get it for free one day. And then by the time he beat the game, I was like, so I bought the game.
I mean, that's not a horrible reason to do it.
No, and I mean, like I said, I don't hate it. I'm like 25 hours in since I got it.
25. Wow.
I'm not hating it. The story is fun, but I'm like you said, turning the corner where it's like, fuck the collecting. I'm just playing the story now.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a lot to care about.
Yeah.
And last night, so besides Elden Ring, my lovely wife has been home for a long time with her broken back. She's heading back to work on Monday, but we picked up The Quarry last night.
Oh, good job. Yeah.
So we previously have played the Dark Pictures
you never played The Quarry, right?
Until Dawn, the haunted boat one,
Man of Medan.
Man of Medan.
Man,
We played.
Whoa, Black Betty.
We played the witchy, the one with like the witchy forest one,
You own that game somewhere.
and House of Ashes, like the Iraq War underground one.
okay.
But and The Quarry is not a Dark Pictures game, but it is 100% a fucking Dark Pictures game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Was it fun?
Well, we got through like 4 hours of it, and it's got a great opening sequence, but then it's so slow from when you realize you're staying at a camp and you're like, we're going to have a party tonight. You two are on beer duty. You two go get firewood. You two go do this. And then it's like fucking 2 hours of everyone just like, it's slow at first.
Yeah.
And once it picks up, it gets better, but we're in it now and it's a lot of fun. But with those games, I go right to the settings and I quick time events off automatic. I have no patience for this shit.
Yeah.
Now, I wish there was an option where I can, instead of it just always succeed, I would just have a choice like fail or succeed. Because sometimes I do want them to trip.
Right.
But I don't want that. I don't want to deal with quick time events.
Yeah.
And I don't want when we're playing, it's like her and I want to discuss like,
What's
say
going
this or
on,
that.
yeah.
And I don't want there to be like a 4-second.
No,
So
no.
I crank that up too. And so those settings I like to just fuck with. But then there is the interstitials where they have Peter Stormare in like the Dark Pictures. I think he was in one of them. They have the guy that's like, I noticed that you thought she should say that. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
And they have that same fucking thing. And we didn't find any of the collectibles the first 2 times. She's like, oh, you found nothing. This is great.
Come back to me when you're of more use. And then she just like leaves.
I'm like, I don't care about you, lady. I'm not going to go they don't know why those characters and steps, they're the slowest thing I've ever seen. Like they get to a step and they forget how to walk. And it's like fucking the slowest thing. Anything that has you walking around exploring, it just goes to a crawl. And some of the animations are not great. Some are really good.
Really? Wow.
But the story's fun. And we're liking that so far. And yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. We're going to probably finish it, but it's longer than the other ones, I believe. So
I
we're
bought
probably
it.
halfway.
Me and Devin played it like day one because it came out around his birthday and we were both pretty pumped. So I bought it for him for his birthday. And then me and him played, I think we beat it in 11 hours, like almost straight through.
Yeah.
Did you do the thing where you split up the characters half and half? Where like Carly plays half and then you play half?
No.
We did it.
She doesn't want to use the controller. She just wants to make the decisions,
Me
which
and
I'm
Dev,
fine with.
We did a draft when we did it because it's like got the characters and you can pick like player 1, player 2 who controls them. And like I was
I
like,
want all the hot ones.
so we flipped a coin and it was like, all right, draft.
Yeah.
And I think there's equal number of guys and girls
There's 4 guys and 3 girls.
Yeah. I think I played mostly the girls because Devin was like a meathead about it. But it's weird that you turned off the QuickTime events because there is one QuickTime event that I'm speaking of, and I don't want to say it because it would spoil it for you if it hasn't happened to you yet.
Okay.
But if that's an automatic success, that fucking sucks. Like that, because the QuickTime event comes out of nowhere real fast, and if you aren't ready for it, it's an honest to God fail, and it has serious ramifications for the story.
We're still into it. We're still interested, but I don't want the most half-assed, half-baked, stupid gameplay. I play those games to make the choices, and I don't know if they want me to always be holding the controller and waiting for a moment where I have to hit up or I have 2 seconds to decide fart or not fart.
No.
I'm not going to do that.
No.
To me, it's about the choices and give me the time. And apart from that, I hate the quick time bullshit. I hate the slow exploring. If my character takes 20 seconds to walk across a section of woods, but if I walk around an extra 3 minutes, I'll find 3 clues for something that I'm not going to care about in the end anyways. I'm going to walk. I'm beeline it, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, you're playing it as a group. You don't want to. I feel so dumb making Carly watch me like walk around in like fucking Resident Evil tank controls looking.
Yeah, looking with your flashlight looking for shit.
Can't open a door. Yeah.
I don't mind the QuickTime events. I wish that there was a better way of doing it where like if I'm watching a cinematic, I can put the controller down and a clear indication of when like, all right, you might be playing this part. Because when we were playing it, we also smoked a shit ton of pot the whole day.
Oh, sure.
So it made it like the QuickTime events, we weren't exactly ready for it anyway.
No.
But it made it all the fucking cooler when all of a sudden like I hit 14 buttons in a row and I didn't trip while running away from something. And then the scene ended and both of us were just like, dude, I can't believe you cleared that.
But it's the QuickTime events aren't even tough.
Well, you smoke as many joints as we did that day. They're pretty tough.
Okay.
So, okay, before I even get into what my game is, I have a question.
Yep.
Why do you think QuickTime events are effective at doing anything?
I need to grab a beer.
I largely don't like QuickTime events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with them in certain scenarios for cinematic moments. Like, not something that you can pass or fail. I like it sometimes in a cinematic moment where, like, your character's, like, finally beating up the bad guy and you can, like, press X to, like, just fucking mash his face in.
So it helps you get immersed.
Yeah, sometimes it helps with the immersion of the game.
Okay.
In a game like The Quarry, I enjoy the QuickTime events because it gives me a chance to pass or fail.
It also
even if they're not difficult.
I can understand for a game like that because it's mostly storytelling.
But like the end of Uncharted 2, ugh,
Oh, no.
gross.
No,
Get that out of
no,
here.
No. The end of Uncharted 2 was bad.
But like in God of War, I like some of those. I'm not a big hater on them.
I
hate every QuickTime event in every game.
I do not like the God of War ones. Speaking of, I've been playing Ragnarok.
Let me say one thing about QuickTime events.
Okay.
When you're playing Bloodborne
Yeah.
and you're having the most epic fight with a fucking god from another planet, and you make all the decisions, and you have almost run out of health, and you dodge 3 impossible attacks, and you land a critical hit, any of that stuff
That beats it.
versus hit X as fast as you can for 2 seconds, dodge, and then you like hit left on the thumbstick. It's
For those
night and day versus like one feeling amazingly rewarding and cool.
Right.
At that point, I don't know. Just go watch a movie. If you don't want to control Kratos, you want to watch Kratos fly through the air and punch something, just watch a movie of him doing it.
For games that are more akin to like single player movie style games like God of War, I'm okay with them. If they put them in like Bloodborne or something like that, then I'm not a big fan of that.
Fucking Bloodborne, you're going to get a cutscene of somebody opening a door for 5 seconds, and then you're not get like that's the only cutscenes you get is like
And it's like tap square
It's
twice.
so funny watching Elden Ring, like they do a 10-second cutscene for somebody lowering a bridge, but not of any of the bosses. So cool.
Yeah. So I've been playing this game, and I had recently played through all of God of War 2018 again because I had failed the first time. And I am not sure how to feel about this as a video game or a sequel to the God of War series. First of all, Can anyone in this game just shut up for like a minute?
Kratos, why don't you try going over there and pulling the lever?
It's not even that. I'm in fucking Alfheim.
Kratos, open the door over there.
I'm in Alfheim and I'm getting I'm in Alfheim and I'm getting razzed by everyone. Like they're all just like Tears like, where are you going? Where are you going? And I'm like, to get the treasure. And then my son
the way's over here, Kratos. Where are you going?
You should try and lower that crate there.
Lower the crate,
Brother.
Kratos.
Brother.
Brother.
But it's like, oh, Dad just does that sometimes. And then Mimir's like,
I guess we'll finish the story later.
It's like, oh, I saw it. You're pretty strong. Sooner or later, you'll be breaking pots too. And I'm like, what the fuck? Do you want me to play the video game? Do you want me to do what you asked?
Kratos, the puzzle solution is this. It's like I just walked in the fucking room.
You're not even in the room sometimes. No.
Yeah.
They're already telling you how to do it.
And everyone's just
Kratos,
like,
Kratos.
oh, sometimes he just goes looking for stuff. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I was literally playing on my PlayStation Portal and Jordan was listening to it. And I'm like, does the game want me to play the video game or do they just want me to watch what's going on?
Kratos, you can attack using the X button.
Oh,
fucking just stop.
And
Just
one
stop.
of the things that I absolutely do not think works is the camera perspective. I do not like combat very much. I think it doesn't quite work, and I am so tired of hearing, "Look out behind you." It's
the combat works. The combat works for me,
That's my jam.
but it's super straightforward and simple.
it's too much. I can't change
Until
I
you
like
get to
controlling cameras.
like the super bosses. At that point, if you're not a complete master, you're fucked.
I do like it when I'm fighting something and I'm like, because I like playing that game on the harder difficulties. Like, I'll be taking on enemies directly in front of me, taking them on, and then all of a sudden you hear, like, behind you, brother. And then I turn around and there's, like, somebody about to hit me. That immersion works for me. Because, like,
fine.
I wouldn't have known to turn
Mimir's
around.
right on your ass.
Yeah, he's
literally.
looking the other way anyway.
So, quick interruption. I have brought a beer. It's Teak Tropical American Fruit.
Smells great.
Tort.
Tort or tart?
Tort.
I don't know what a
Tart.
is.
Sorry. I can't read either. But look how it's like obscured by the lines.
It looks like tort.
It does look like Tort.
I
It's
thought
by Urban Artifact.
It's a great can.
It's really cool. It's got this wizard and he's holding a pineapple. He kind of looks
So he's
friendly.
a swinger.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
hot.
beautiful can. I don't know where Urban Artifact is out of.
Neither do I.
Can I get that as a candle?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Honestly,
Yeah,
It smells really good.
it's just a fun can. It looks like an Adventure Time wizard almost.
Oh, honestly, you're right. This would make a great candle.
Yeah, it's got limes and pineapples. It's delicious. It's a
I got
nice
it from
tart
that Bayview Corner store.
God of War Ragnarok. I will
Yeah.
say, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Ooh, that is delightful.
The characters, I love them all. I love Balder. I think
Balder.
it's Balder, right?
It's Troy Baker.
Everyone is Troy Baker.
Oh, I haven't met.
He's playing Tom Holland.
Wait a
actually.
minute. Oh, no, you meant like the previous one. You kill Boulder in God of War 1.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
2018.
They're all getting washed. They're all blending in.
Yeah.
Thor is great.
Thor's great.
Played by the guy from Sons of Anarchy, and once you hear that, you can't. He's played by Opie, and once you hear that, you can't unhear it.
It's
He does a great job, though.
God of
I
War
don't know.
Ragnarok walks that weird line between is this just a really fucking awesome story DLC because it is reusing a lot of assets.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely I think stands on its own.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you're revisiting a lot of places you were at before.
I think it works in that way because the environments have changed and different things are happening. I find the game relatively predictable, and I don't find the exploration all that satisfying. It's fun to solve some of the puzzles to get like the extra side stuff, like more hack silver or like maybe a new handle for your axe. But
How far are you?
I'm at the end of Alfheim, and I'm going to go find
How many hours is that?
oh Jesus Christ! I started playing 2 days ago.
So you're a ways in.
I'm 8 or 9 hours in.
Okay.
Because I've been playing for a bit, and I've also been fucking around trying to figure out the combat because it is a very one thing I will say is that it's a very deep combat system if you allow it to be. if you kind of do it straightforward and you hack and slash, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you got to use your different like power ups and
Yeah.
special abilities.
You have to use them.
Yeah,
It's I like the way the combat keeps you on your feet. I really like story wise everything that happens. Seeing Kratos and Loki's relationship grow, it's always good. And Brock and Sindri are really fun in that game as well.
I really enjoy I mean, it feels like a movie, and these are always my favorite type of games. Odin, I think, kind of steals the show in this one.
He's really good. He's like a mob boss.
My problem is God of War 2018 and Ragnarok have become one game in my head.
They're
so
basically
I'm not
one.
even sure what happens in what game right now. But
Freya tries to kill you in the opening of this one.
Yeah, it's so dope.
yeah,
That part was cool when
It
she
was
keeps
super-
transforming into a bird.
And it was super cool to like you're in there
that's
making
a sick scene.
you're in there making arrows, and then Loki comes in behind you.
Yeah.
And you can just see how much he's grown, and it's just like I love these characters from 2018, and they immediately set the stage with like time has passed. This is fucking gnarly.
Odin, so good.
Odin is incredible.
So fucking good.
That first fight with Thor, I was like, oh man, is the whole game going to be this fucking awesome? Turns out it's not as good, but that was a stellar opening.
Yeah.
I definitely like that whole prologue was a little, it's meandering, full of tutorials, which fine, but it has to happen.
What is the other like little girl character you meet?
That's Ragnarok. I don't think
That's
he's there
not her
yet.
name.
No.
No, like Broomhilda or something.
Yeah.
That whole sequence is a little long in the tooth,
Oh, it's so long in the tooth, and on a playthrough,
and that's me being very generous.
on a playthrough. It's bad because I knew I was going to replay this game at least a couple times.
Right.
When you get to a section of the game, and the first time you're watching it, because you're not playing this section, you're just watching essentially, you keep thinking to yourself, like, on a subsequent playthrough, this is going to be tough.
Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one part where it was just like,
You know in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, when you beat the game and they allow you to replay stuff, but you can just have the skip Zack sequence buttons. I like that. When they acknowledge like, oh, those sequences don't work and people don't want to do them again.
No.
it's important for the first time through because you are building characters and you're establishing like the plot lines that continue. The second time through, it's
Angerboda
like,
is her name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who's Broomhilda?
Broomhilda is the...
Is that Django Unchained?
She's a German
That is
mythological
also,
or like folktale character.
She is.
That is Django
she is
Unchained.
from the Nibelung. It is the story about like a Valkyrie.
Yep.
Yeah. So I like this game a lot, and I'm having a ton of fun. I do find myself getting distracted away from it. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to finish it. Is it worth it?
Oh yeah. In my opinion, I love the game.
Skip the side stuff, man.
I'm just going to skip this.
Just mainline.
I want to know.
Kratos. Stick to the main story, Kratos.
Yeah, and they got to stop razzing me for like doing what the game wants me to do.
Just be prepared though. Like essentially, a good 1/3 of this game is just cutscenes.
Really,
Oh, it's a lot.
like towards the end.
Like just the whole time through. I think
Oh, I know. I mean, I like
didn't
the
I say
cutscenes.
I ended with like 40 hours of playtime, and I want to say like it was like 23 hours of exploration and cutscenes.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. I really love the game. It is definitely on the fucking shiny hallway QuickTime event scale, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of walking and talking, something that kind of pisses me off in a video game. Like, I want to do something. I don't want to be this. I want to experience the fun parts.
Oh, I love the walking and talking. That's one of my favorite parts.
Oh, man. I mean, it's fine. I've been playing some other stuff too, but it's not, nothing really has been standing out. I'm really excited for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That will be a day one purchase for
I thought you
Dylan.
were going to say Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, yeah, that's a day one purchase for me. I
I'm
got
really
to see what
excited
his
for
feet
Deliverance.
look like.
Yeah. I can't wait, dude.
It's going to be interesting to see. I haven't seen anything about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Are you playing as the same character?
Yeah.
So like,
Well, do you remember how the last one ends?
no, not really.
So you find out that the Lord is your like
yeah.
father,
But-
and then the guy who has your dad's sword is still out there.
Yeah.
because he's still absconded with the sword. So now you are basically you're heading around with your one like main bro, and you're just fucking shit up all across the realm.
But like for a tutorial stage of this, like I'm very curious how it's going to work because like if you played the first one, you know how to play this game.
I forgot a lot because I tried.
You'll
playing
need
it
a
again.
refresher, but it's like, are you going to have to redo all your skill points and all that? Like, are you going to have to relearn shit that I already accomplished in the first one?
Well, what you mean? Think about God of War and God of War Ragnarok. You learned so much shit in that first one, and then you, for some reason, forgot most of it.
Well, that's why Spider-Man 2 was kind of cool because there were certain things from Spider-Man 1 that you could just naturally do in 2.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
That's coming out late
That's based off the Mila Jovovich movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hoping she's in it. I'd really like to see her.
At least a downloadable skin. I'd get their subscription account to get the Mila Jovovich skin.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that's good.
I want to wear her skin.
But yeah, that's there's not much else
horses.
to say. Gran Turismo, I've been doing a lot of Porsche Cups. I
Get
got my
the
Porsche
wheel. Get the
I'm getting
wheel.
the wheel. I'm getting the wheel. I'm getting the fucking wheel. I'll get the wheel.
Do it.
I'll drive it. I'll drive.
You get the wheel, we should have a wheel party.
Oh, nice.
You get the
Actually, we
wheel,
should.
you make a bunch of fucking hot sauce.
And only wheel-shaped foods.
Yeah.
Oh, the doctor said I shouldn't be eating so much hot sauce, so I've tamped that.
I mean,
down
I'm not a doctor. I could have told you you're probably hurting your body with all the hot sauce you eat.
I did hurt my body. So I haven't had hot sauce in probably like 2 weeks.
Well, you get the wheel. We'll order a pizza. We'll have some bagels.
Yeah.
Well, I've also got VR, so
See,
So
VR with
we'll
the wheel.
feed you while you're driving.
you know what's next once you get the wheel? You have to get the whole moving
No.
apparatus.
I'll never do that.
No, that's a big step.
Dude,
It wouldn't
cool.
it wouldn't fit in my fucking house. My house is not that big. Yeah, so they're making a Lego Game Boy. I'm actually probably going to get this one. I've been pretty reserved on what like Nintendo Lego collaborations I've been getting because I'm running out of space in my house. And I really wanted the Mario 64 question block.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Where it hops up and there's like a diorama, which I think is really cool. I've also got a PD Piranha. I haven't really gotten much else though. I really like that standee of Mario on Yoshi from Super Mario World. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
But I would get one that's a recreation of a Game Boy. I just think that's cool.
Yeah, they haven't shown any pictures of it yet, but they showed like the buttons and like the D-pad, and it said Lego Game Boy coming soon. It'll probably be $100.
I imagine that there's going to be like a screen that has like an effect of some sort.
I imagine it's going to be priced higher than it should.
It always is, especially with these tariffs now.
Yep. Because Legos are made where? Sweden?
Denmark.
Mm-hmm. I was closer than I thought.
That's actually really good. That's good work.
I'm giving myself credit for that.
Honestly, you should.
As an American, I'm allowed to think all other countries are the same.
I think it's...
We should buy Sweden with with bombs.
I'm sure they want to be bought anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they even doing? Having basic universal health care, the happiest
We gotta
people
put a
in the
stop to
world.
that.
And
Yeah, but
don't really like
are
that.
they owned by Tesla? Come on.
no, it's true. They're not.
You know what'll make eggs cheaper? Global expansion. Let's be honest. It'll make eggs cheaper.
Why would we talk about things that are relevant and matter when we could be talking about the Nintendo Switch too?
That's right, Brad. What a lead in.
That's right, Dylan.
That's right, Bradley.
Nailed it.
All right. Yeah. the
Dylan,
Switch
why don't
2.
we go talk about some of the Nintendos? I can't. That was the worst Mamira did yet. Kratos, go over there.
There you go.
Bradley. Ugh, I can't even do it. I used to know how to do it.
Nintendo. Fuck. Sorry.
The best way to get it in your Scottish accent is to say, I kinda know.
Or Indiana, what's the dog's name?
That's pretty good, too. Yeah, it's coming out, gentlemen, and all the leaks were exactly correct as to what this was going to be and how it was going to work.
You mean every leak for the past year that explicitly said what it was going to be?
No surprises, all exactly as I've even been saying.
Maybe the least exciting reveal ever.
I think the system looks pretty, but when I was watching it, I had my Steam Deck in my hand, and I just kind of went, the novelty is gone. You know, when the Switch came out, how it was such a novelty. Everyone wanted the Switch because it was so cool and it was gimmicky and strange. Well, now it's just the same thing, but better. which I don't hate, but it's also
It's so derivative.
it's extremely derivative. But they backed themselves into a corner. Where else were they supposed to go as a company? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They created their perfect little thing, and now they just have to iterate upon it until nobody wants it anymore.
Yeah, I was kind of underwhelmed.
I was very underwhelmed. It's going to have backwards compatibility, huge plus.
Yeah.
Huge plus. I can keep my library from the Switch. And increase my hard drive size.
But this is 100% not surprising.
No.
It's like the 3DS could play DS games.
Right. They said that some of the games might not be compatible, but I wonder what that possibly means, because there's like special things only a Switch Joy-Con can do.
There was weird verbiage for some of that stuff. It's like backwards compatible, and then there's like an asterisk for some games.
Right.
Yeah. But I imagine I don't know if they just need to patch some things in to make them work. I don't know.
Some companies might.
Yeah, but I imagine this will be like a Game Boy Color can play Game Boy games, but not the other way around.
I don't even know why this is a plus, but the Joy-Con can be used as a mouse because of an optical center in the side.
It's added functionality.
It's fine, but a mouse without a keyboard is
maybe
it works, like a Wii remote.
Well, if I can like move my hand like a mouse while holding it, say Mario Maker 3.
Oh, sure.
That could be very functional.
Yeah.
I mean, that works. But, I mean, the Switch already did a lot of motion sensor
We're going to be playing Flight Simulator with Joy-Con mouses.
I would hate that. I'd probably have to get a flight stick.
Yeah.
Hook it up to my little Switch.
You just use the Joy-Con as a flight stick.
Oh, that always works so well.
It'll work great.
Yeah. The old dock will not work with it. I think, duh.
Yeah.
That's pretty logical. Likely to be at least $350, could be $400. That seems actually like a pretty decent price, considering.
It will be outdated, though, the day it's released.
Yes, it will. That's okay.
But as long as the games are the games.
It's got an LCD screen.
Rumored.
Rumored, right. But I would have liked an OLED.
Yeah, my OLED looks pretty.
That would have been nice.
Well, that way they can sell 5 million units immediately, and then 20 million, whatever it is, and then release the OLED and make people buy it again. Oh, man. And you two will.
I won't. I've only ever bought in one Switch.
Oh, really?
I only have one,
Yeah.
I barely play my Switch, so I doubt I even buy the Switch 2.
I'm buying the Switch 2. I have to. It's not as if I have a choice in any of this. I already know that Nintendo already owns half my soul.
We'll see with the way tariffs shake out. It's very possible to switch to $400 for most places.
$600
could wind up being $650, $700.
I still might buy it,
but we'll have to see. Could we even just go travel to another country to go buy it and bring it back?
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know.
What would the rules be? There are rumors that Metal Gear Solid Delta will be coming, as well as FF7 Remake and Rebirth. Very interesting to me.
Do you think that the magnetic Joy-Cons,
I think they're going to fail.
you think that they're any better?
I don't think they're any better, no.
I like the magnet. I like that.
I'm worried about things breaking.
I saw online that
Me
that's
too.
like a major point of fail for a lot of different devices. But trying to slide them bitches on frustrated the shit out of me.
Right.
I like the idea of just being able to click it in and go.
I do like the snap of the first Nintendo Switch. For all of its trouble, I do like the click, click, and then unclick, unclick.
I just always felt like I was going to break it when I was taking them off. Because once they're on, they're on.
I mean, that's generally, I don't think it would be too much of an issue. Honestly, I bet they've tested this shit into the ground. That's my thought. I think that they've gone like, we can't have more of this Joy-Con drift bullshit. We can't have more of these things breaking for no reason. Like, do you remember when some people were getting like warped, like consoles themselves, where they would overheat and then they would bend?
The Switch console was bent for some people?
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
So it would overheat and then it would just kind of have a rough kind of like U shape.
Yeah,
You didn't know about that one?
I didn't know about that one.
Oh, some people couldn't even fit them in their docks.
Jesus.
Well, it depends on what you were playing, I guess. I assume they've play tested the hell out of this. I'm going to put my faith in Nintendo. If they don't have a killer lineup of games coming out for it, I want at least 2 new games, and I want them to be special. That is the only way I am day one.
What would they even do?
Well, what game are you craving? I mean, we know we're going to get...
Yeah,
well, they showed off some Mario Kart 9.
Yeah, which looks fine. It looks like Mario Kart.
It doesn't look special.
No, it doesn't look special.
It's going to be...
But it would still rock my socks.
It's going to be great,
Yeah.
and you're going to play it a whole bunch for a month and then never again.
I still play Mario Kart.
Yeah?
I have a Switch with Mario Kart and Mario Party for like when I have people over, like as something to do, because everybody can wrap their head around that. All my friends who don't game, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll play Mario Party. That's cool. But I don't think that justifies me buying a Switch 2. Like for me, it's just not worth it because now I have an Xbox. I didn't have an Xbox when I bought the Switch.
Are they going to make Metroid Prime 4 switch to... Like, even then, it can't just be Switch 2 only. It's going to be Switch as well.
No, it won't be.
I'm trying to imagine, like, the killer IP, and it's going to be a Mario platformer. The Switch one had Breath of the Wild.
It could be a dope-ass Pokemon game.
Those don't exist anymore.
What if they're cooking up something real crazy?
They're not.
So this is supposed to be released.
It's going to be fucking the same Pokemon game they've done a million times, but graphics will be marginally better, but still way worse than everything else on the market. But it's got a Pikachu, so people are going to say, fuck yes.
So originally this was thought to be being released earlier this year. I have a distinct feeling that it's probably going to be fall.
You think it's all the way up till fall?
I think maybe.
Sure. They do want to let the Switch breathe, the one.
One final gasp.
I hate saying Switch 1.
I don't like, it's always just been the Switch to me.
But now I feel like I have to say it.
I mean, I don't know.
What if we just call it Switch and Switcher?
Look, if
I don't mind that. Switcher 3?
The Switcher 3 Wild Hunt?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The Switcher 3.
bad. I would
Henry
like
Cavill is the Switch 3.
a Mario game of some sort. It's got to have a Mario game. Or
When's the last time they made a Luigi's Mansion?
a couple years ago.
Do another
They just
Luigi-
You didn't even know that, did you?
No, I had no idea.
Luigi's Mansion 3 came out in 2000.
But
They made 3 of them?
But okay, Luigi games.
I didn't know that.
Luigi games aren't going to be system sellers for most people.
No.
If they made a new Wario game, that wouldn't be a system seller for most
No, it
people.
would not. It would not.
You have Metroid
Metroid,
and Mario.
Mario, or
If there was a dope new Star Fox, that'd be exciting. But they'd have to break the mold for Star Fox.
How far away is a new Zelda?
Well, and
Very far away.
New Zelda. If they do Breath of the Wild 3, I'm not excited.
I'm not either.
If
They got to come up with something new.
It's got to be new. Now, I'm fine with Nintendo should always release a bold new game and then a direct sequel because that they can refine it. Mario Galaxy 2 is way better
Mario
than Galaxy.
Odyssey never got one.
Mario Odyssey 2 could be for the Switch 2. I think Mario Odyssey has way
long
more
time.
problems than people want to talk about.
I think it's got a lot of problems, but I would say that it's
The
so
gameplay
much
is
fun.
still 10 out of
Oh,
10,
yeah.
but it's just some of it feels so half baked or not fully
know.
explored.
But I still love it. And the amount of joy I felt playing it was its own level of special. And I'm thinking that there's going to be a lot of weird remasters announced for the launch. I'm going to guess Wind Waker HD. They've been sitting on that for a long time.
You know what I'm going to say?
What?
Exhausting. Fucking remasters.
I know.
Fucking again?
I know. But
It
I
is
would play.
interesting that they did not. I mean, like we said, they have their gimmick and they kind
Right.
of changed the game with it. So they weren't going to change it up. But you look at every iteration of the new
Right.
Nintendo console.
They've always looked very different from
They
each other.
always
usually.
change it up.
Yeah.
I was expecting the Switch 2 to be like it's the same, but like drastically different.
You know what's
Right.
this is the first Nintendo console that's been a 2.
Yes.
And that's just disappointing in itself. Nintendo is known for innovation.
What about the W2?
The Wii U.
The Wii U is not a Wii 2, it's a Wii U.
But it's
which-
also kind of a Wii, too.
But it's also a lot of new technology in the Wii U
Right.
compared to the Wii. Before we go any further, we got a beer that we were given by Judge Tempest.
Nice.
And this is from Minnesota. This is Monkey Bar, an imperial pastry style.
Manners.
With banana, chocolate, peanut butter, and marshmallow.
I love banana
peanut butter.
flavor.
Yeah.
Let's go.
11%. It's the Cartographer collection. It's from Prize Brewing.
That smells
Pryes out of Minneapolis.
Yo, this Teak Tropical you brought,
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
This is
So I literally got it from the corner store, the one on the corner where the Delta intersection.
I might go pick up a can. That was fantastic.
It's really good.
this monkey bar has such a peanut butter aroma to it.
Yeah. The banana's scaring me, but let's go.
Are you not a fan of banana? Ooh, that's really good.
It's got a strong banana flavor to it.
Yeah, that's good though.
Banana's there though, and it's got like almost like a graham crackery, wafery quality.
Now,
That is
I don't
savory.
often talk about aesthetics, but I don't love the color of this beer. It's too light brown.
It looks like Flint, Michigan drinking water.
Yeah. It
does
looks like
kind of
the
look like
stool
dirt
sample
water.
from Austin Powers.
It does. It tastes good though.
Yeah.
It looks like my poop after a night of drinking.
It tastes good, though.
It's really delicious.
Yeah.
So Mario Kart 9 was shown off in this big old trailer. I felt like they were being very braggadocious about shit that they had no right to yet. It felt kind of like they were unfortunately jumping the gun.
There's a really good video game donkey video where it's like his reaction to the video. And he's like, oh shit, they got buttons. And they have that like super sexy like camera. It's like
Yeah.
boom, boom, D-pad. He's like, what? They got a D-pad?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the same. It's just the Switch again. And it's going to have...
Is it bigger?
It's
It is
got
bigger,
bigger
yeah.
screen and bigger Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Fine.
I frankly needed them because playing like this made me like...
There's not going to be any gameplay functionality differences other than that one like little mouse optical sensor thing, which will not be used by 99.9% of games.
No,
What about
but
the-
having better motion functionality could help for a lot of other games.
What about the hardware?
They haven't
Is it a
said anything
step
about
up?
it.
They haven't
No,
said
they haven't
anything.
said anything.
It's going to be pretty great and powerful for the first 6 months it's out.
It
Yeah.
should have just been the Switch like Pro. Like that's what it feels
Well-
like to me. It's just like what this. It's not a new console. It's just an upgraded version of your last one.
It's really... I'm just so disappointed to see Nintendo just do a number 2.
I always loved that Nintendo went out of their way to give you a different experience each time. Do you remember watching the commercial for the Switch when it was about to come out? I was blown away. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I was stoked.
It felt special. It felt unique. I'm like, I loved the Wii U. I really did. And seeing this, I was like, they fucking did it again. Look at them go.
And this, it's like, they did it again.
Look at them go.
They did it again?
Like the reality here is that some people refer to Nintendo as Switch. They don't say Nintendo Switch. The Switch is its own thing now.
Yeah.
Children do not say my Nintendo Switch. They say the Switch.
It's just
It's
so...
like-
Nintendo's so innovative. To see them
I don't know.
rest on its haunches, they better be delivering games like we've never seen this console generation. man.
Metroid Prime 4, please be good.
But that's still a Switch 1 game.
I know. Is it?
Well,
I
we
don't think it will.
I think it'll be
Once
both.
it releases?
It'll be both.
Ew,
They don't-
disgusting.
I agree.
I would vomit.
Dude, I can finally play Baldur's Gate 3 split screen on my Xbox Series S. Quit bending over backwards to make it work for other consoles, you know?
No, yeah, don't.
Yeah, the Mario Kart 9, they showed a little bit of it, and it looked like there was 24 racers at a time, which, fine. That's not the innovation I want for Mario Kart.
No.
They also showed off that Donkey Kong has a new look.
Based on the movie.
I hate it.
It's weird. His eyes are like all connected and
His eyes have like big... They took away his like fun, angry eyebrows.
yeah.
And I saw
pacified
that, and I'm like, wow, he looks horrible.
Yeah.
Taking off the sharp edges of things doesn't make him look better.
No.
That's-
Donkey Kong's supposed to be a little grumpy. There's the whole point.
Yeah, that's part of his name.
Yeah, like stubborn Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it means.
Stubborn gorilla, Donkey
Yeah,
Kong.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. They can do, as long as, I'm not getting Chris Pratt voicing a Mario game, I think I'm fine. Even though I like the Mario movie, I don't
Is the safest thing in the world.
but I mean, what else what were they supposed to do?
I don't
What were they
know.
supposed to
Sonic at least took a few swings.
I saw Sonic 3, by the way.
and you loved it, didn't you?
It was fucking awesome.
Did you like it more than Nosferatu?
Oh, way more.
Yeah.
Oh, way
coming.
more. No. It's Sonic 3 is just, I had more fun. I wasn't bored.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies, but...
Oh, Jesus, get on that.
I know. I've been slacking. I did see the dance sequence, I think, from 3 with Jim Carrey.
Oh,
and I think I talked about this earlier, like, it legitimately frightened me. Like, I saw that, and I was like...
strange.
It was like the first time I saw him and the cable guy run down the hallway. And it scared me as a child.
Okay.
There is something crazy. I love Jim Carrey. There's something scary about that man.
So the new merch with the merch with the new Donkey Kong design is already available, and I don't want to say that they're like washing away the old stuff, but there's stuff that was like previous artwork of the original Donkey Kong has been replaced in some online spots with the new design.
Who decided this?
I don't know. Friend of the show, Kevin Bayless, the creator of the modern design for Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, he said he loves it and he thinks it's really funny. Change is good.
I don't know. I guess that's fine but he also worked on old illustration, or he worked from old illustrations like the original Donkey Kong, like throwing barrels down at you.
To me, it makes him look dumber.
It does make him look sillier.
And I don't like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want his intelligence to be respected.
Well, it's not even intelligence. At least he had emotions other than I'm a dum-dum.
Yeah.
I'd rather have angry idiot than just idiot.
To be fair, we haven't seen him express with this new design.
There's a little bit. If you watch the trailer, you can see that Donkey Kong like looks surprised or like throw items. I don't know. Leave Donkey Kong alone. He was perfect.
Well, here's my biggest problem is that they basically showed Mario Kart 9. Okay.
That's it.
We know that this would be a system seller for most of the population.
They didn't even say anything about it, though. You think they'd at least say featuring Mario Kart, whatever.
Which is still funny that they released new tracks just a year ago for 8.
Eight's very comprehensive.
8 is extremely comprehensive. Now it's just a huge game. I love that they did that. I was hoping for a Mario Kart 9 ages ago because Mario
Kart 8 is a Wii U game.
Believe me.
For those listeners, it's been so long, you might have forgotten that.
It's true.
It's a Wii U game.
I played it on the Wii U first.
Yep.
One thing that really fucking surprises me is that they didn't show any fucking else. They just showed us beautiful shots of their big plastic toy, but then they showed us like, hey, Mario Kart, right? You'll take what we give you.
What if they
eat up piggies?
What if at the end they showed like Super Mario Galaxy 3?
Oh, I'd probably I'd giddy scream.
That would get me fucking pumped.
Yeah.
Wind Waker 2.
It already exists. It's called the Phantom Hourglass.
Wind Waker 3.
I don't know. I think that exists too. I think it's called the Phantom Tracks.
I was going to say it's a train thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And you'd still be pumped.
I'd still be pumped.
Yeah, but like if they actually did like a full like Mario Galaxy 3, like you just have Rosaline at the end tease that something is happening.
Sure. Anything really. I would have liked
Mario Kart 9 is the only thing that isn't going to surprise me is a new Mario Kart game.
I always have fun with Mario Kart games. I love racing games as I've really truly come into my own as a racing fan. But you're not gonna get me, man. I've got Gran Turismo. I'm an adult.
Yep.
And
I'm a grown ass man now.
I'm a grown ass man.
I drive Porsches now.
Yep.
Oh, I wish.
Dylan, I'm wearing a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth hat, and you're wearing a Porsche Turbo hat right now.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then you're wearing a Galactic Empire hat.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very
Just 3 white guys wearing hats. We also got beards.
Welcome to podcasting.
2 of us have glasses. My vision's really good.
But you do have an onion shirt on.
No, this is okay, but if you wanted to get me horny for something, you got to show me games. Because when I think of Nintendo, first thing I think of is good games.
I think this is the least exciting console announcement I might have ever seen.
It was
Except
super
wait,
underwhelming.
this
The
goes
PS5
up.
was pretty bad.
Xbox One, when they showed off, you can watch Wheel of Fortune on your Xbox.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
disappointing. But for Switch, this one becomes doubly disappointing because it's Nintendo.
right. So there's like,
want
so there are
something-
baked in expectations that we have for these companies, and I don't know if we can possibly have them anymore. I think we're starting to head towards the singularity of culture and technology.
Xbox on PlayStation, Mario on Xbox.
Oh boy,
Yep. All digital.
all digital. Yes,
Your Facebook is now your Twitter.
yes. I've been waiting.
No.
In America,
I call it X because I'm really hip.
and we're renaming Iceland Americaland.
Whoa,
Look at us go.
we're pretty good.
Yeah.
As we reach the inevitable decline of all civilization, let's just let them make a Switch 2. That's
think
what
about
I'm saying, baby. Let them have this.
As soon as Rome got a Switch 2, it was all downhill.
Yeah, and Nero played
Little Nero Dream Master. Yeah.
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
Once they redesigned their Donkey Kong back in the day, we were fucked.
As Nero bongoed the bongos.
Some fucking intern came in like, he seems angry. And they're like, we got to change this now.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, now Diddy Kong is going to like have a less cool hat or something. Come on.
Is he even going to carry a boombox around?
He better.
His peanut guns are going to be changed to peanut walkie-talkies.
Oof. Our kids, man, they don't even know what walkie-talkies are, right?
Damn, you're right.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, look, they're like stupid cell phones.
Well, it started now when you ask like a child to pantomime being on a phone. They don't stick their thumb and their pinky out anymore. They just hold their palm up to
God
their
bless,
ear.
I do this. Whenever I do like a fake phone call,
Yeah,
I
'cause
still do it.
I still will close it afterwards, too.
Oh, I hang it up.
I go like this. Ring, ring.
You do the whole
Yeah, I
deal.
do the rotary crack.
Okay, switch to
Operator, get me the governor.
Switch to day one.
No.
It depends on what the games are.
It might not even be switched to on day 365 for me. Like I have the Switch. They really need to do something crazy
Okay,
in
hold
order
on.
for me to want to get it.
Hold on, let's be clear. If I buy it and I show it off to you, and then I say, hey, this is actually pretty cool, you would have so much FOMO. You would immediately go out and get it. This is what happened with us in the PlayStation Portal.
Which I
We're
don't have
all
anymore. I'm the one that doesn't have it anymore.
We're
Yeah.
we're so susceptible.
We are a little bit.
We are so susceptible to this crap. So I'm not even going to say that I won't get it day one. I might anyway. If I can just download all my shit from my Switch onto the Switch 2, maybe I'd start playing a few games I've skipped recently. That might actually be like the point.
But
So,
I already, yeah. I don't know.
Well, Switch to day one, 9 games available. Mario Kart 9 is their big show off. I'm not
Sure.
going to buy it.
I'll buy Mario Kart.
I'll not buy a Switch 2 for the game. They need a console seller. They need Mario Maker 3.
They do need Mario Maker 3.
They need Legend of Zelda Maker.
Yeah, they apparently they tried making one of those, and all
part
the
of
designs fell apart.
part of it became the new
Link's
Zelda, whatever it is. Not Link's Awakening.
Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah, Echoes of Wisdom. They need to convince me with a video game that is going to define that console, and Nintendo plays its cards close to the chest, so I don't know what it's going to be, but so far I'm completely unconvinced and frankly disappointed in Nintendo for the Switch 2.
If they had so one of the cool things that Nintendo had set up for the launch of this is they had a bunch of like indie developers make games specifically with the functions of it in mind. One of the top ones for me was Snipper Clips. You ever play Snipper Clips?
Briefly once at a friend's house, and it was fun.
Or they did 1, 2, 3 Switch or whatever it was called, and those were fun. Like they were interesting. They got you moving. They were interesting. Project Arms. Do you remember Arms?
I never played it.
Arms is a ton of fucking fun.
It's
was
also
unique.
It's also got a stupid name.
They do fight with their spring arms.
Yeah, I don't know, but like it didn't seem cool. It didn't sell me.
I thought it was great.
I'm not saying it isn't.
Oh, this is before I knew you.
Yeah,
So, you didn't have the chance.
you're right. The Switch came out before we knew each other.
Yeah, it's true. But no, they have a lot to prove to me, but they're still getting my money. I'll criticize the hell out of them, but I'm such a loyalist. I'm just going to get it. And
The
I
new
already know.
Okami will be a Switch 2 exclusive.
That would fucking rock my world.
Well, that would sell it. I don't know. What do you think will be the video game that is the first one that convinces people to buy it.
It's got to be a Mario game.
It's unfortunately that's their only card they got, their trump card.
Look at the unsuccessful launches in the past. It's usually that they don't have a Mario game attached right away.
What was the killer Wii U game? Nothing?
They
Mario
had
Maker.
They had 3D World.
Which wasn't as big as it should have been.
It's a very good game.
I agree. I beat it. I love it.
So you can see the bones of the next Mario game in Bowser's Fury, which is an excellent add-on to the 3D World formula. And it plays very well. It reminded me of Mario 64 more than anything. I don't know.
Could you imagine day one, all of a sudden they announce new Star Fox, new F-Zero.
I wish they'd let me develop a F-Zero game.
Yeah. Just like, imagine a lot of the games they've been holding back on, all of a sudden they're like,
yeah,
fuck it, new Ice Climbers,
new Ice Climbers would be so dumb.
Doesn't matter. Just like new iterations of a lot of classics.
Right.
Yeah. New Kid Icarus. I don't know. They're sitting on things that people would care about.
Can I make a prediction?
Sure.
Smash Ultimate Remastered. It's going to come out with all the characters.
They already got them all.
I know, but they're going to release it for the Switch too. It's going to be a special thing with everything. It's going to be the digital deluxe edition or whatever. It's all going to be there.
Featuring 5 new characters.
Probably.
Yep. And that's all it's going to need.
Yep. And it'll sell like gangbusters.
It's disappointing.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's certainly sad. And I know that game development takes a lot more time now. Remember, we got from the late 80s to like the late 90s, video games were so easy to make and very quick that we got them kind of steadily. And now we have to wait 5, 6, 7 years for a new good Mario or a new good Zelda. I shudder to think of when the next Zelda is out because I'm going to be a fucking like 43-year-old man wondering about where my life went.
I'm tired of Zelda.
I love Zelda.
I still love Zelda, but it's like,
give me something new.
Tears of the Kingdom, I could only play it for like 15 hours. I'm like, I get it.
I loved it. I had such a good time with
I don't know.
Tears.
I want something new.
I do too. Would you say, because you loved Breath of the Wild.
I was so into Breath of the Wild. I did everything except Korok Seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was deep into that game.
Yep.
And for Tears of the Kingdom to innovate on top of that and to still just like...
Rock.
For me to drift away, though...
Strange.
Yeah, I used to finish games, and now that just happens less often. I don't know. Time is more valuable and limited these days, so if something doesn't click, I move on. Prince of Persia, I took 2 weeks off, and I'm like, I can't go back. I forgot too much and don't care enough.
Same.
Yeah. So I find that I kind of park on one game a lot longer now, and as long as I get Balatro 2, I'll buy a Switch 2.
Do you think that's going to happen? I think Balatro is doing just fine on its own.
I think about it a lot.
You keep thinking about the sequel?
Dude, I love it on Reddit when someone's like, here's 5 new prototype Jokers I designed. What do you think? And I'll look at them like, yep. Sure. Bring it on.
That's weird.
Well, I don't know. People make new Joker ideas or designs. Like
I do like that concept, but
I'll take a look at them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Reddit is my only social media as of right now.
Same.
I'm still on Instagram, but I'm ready to get off of that too.
Get off of it. I just deleted it.
Yeah. I only have Instagram so I can see when my favorite bands are playing.
And all your hot thoughts.
All my hot thoughts, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an army of them.
Yeah, man. An army of ones you follow.
I have a burner account for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Switch 2 is going to come out, and it's inevitably going to be sold out for a while. I will try and buy it day one, and then I'm going to fucking pull a Tom on it, though, and probably not open it right away. And if it goes up to, like, double value, I'll just sell it.
Hey, fair enough.
Especially when it costs $900 to import a tariff-free fucking whatever Switch 2.
I don't know. I'm a little lost.
It's like, do I want to eat this month while our company's on strike because of ongoing? I don't know. Do I have all the time to play video games because we might be not working for a while?
Yeah.
I say that we throw a really big party like Tyler suggested.
Okay.
And we all do fun stuff.
Yeah, Switch 2, cool. We think it's
fine.
We think it's fine.
Look,
I can't believe that I'm going to say that I'm not excited about a new Nintendo console, but I'm officially not excited about a new Nintendo console.
yeah,
That's my final thoughts on that.
I can't say I'm excited either. They're going to get my money, but it is so begrudging at this point that it's going to be a little spiteful. It's kind of going to be like, oh, really? Oh, what? You want my money now too? And then I'll give it to them and they'll be like, thank you. And I'll be like, you're welcome.
I'm not happy about it.
You know when Dewey Cox is about to go on stage, he's like, looks like I got some proving to do. That's how I kind of feel about Nintendo.
Yeah.
The ball's in your court. If you can bring something worth playing to the field, but Mario Kart 9 is the least exciting thing you could have showed off and the most expected. The Switch 2 has been leaked for over a year, and everyone knows it's
always
coming.
been the details. All these details, I already knew them. It's not a surprise for me, and it's not special.
Yep. So whatever. Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Don't get fucked. I love you.
We love you too, but like whatever.
You can get fucked passionately.
No. They changed Donkey Kong. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Honestly,
Okay,
changing
that
Donkey
felt-
Kong was pretty bad.
That felt bad. As I said it, we still love you.
How about
Red-
this? How about that? Screw you, Nintendo.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you? Nintendo?
Is that
Why
better?
don't you go switch your attitude?
There we go.
Oh.
Why don't you switch to a new attitude?
Brain Age. Brain Age 3.
Honestly, I think I need it. I'm starting to become really dumb.
No, they need to drop the Switch 2, and then their next thing, the marketing line needs to just be like, why would we switch?
We would like to switch.
Nice.
I don't have anything else.
What if
to
they
say.
had what if they had a switch your Switch thing where you could bring in your Switch and they switched it out with the new Switch? They're like, bring your Switch, we'll give you the switcher.
Do you guys think it's stupid that PlayStation just does numbers when they're new consoles?
No, that is the best way to do it.
It's pretty smart.
I hate it.
I love it.
Well, okay, so there's different ideas about that. I think Xbox has done the worst, but
Oh, Xbox is the loser in this.
Xbox uses numbers, but they get them wrong.
I know.
The Xbox 360 was a dope name.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
And they should have built maybe something
But-
off of
I
that.
remember in the prototype was like Xbox 720. I was like, stop.
No, don't
fucking stop.
Don't do that.
Do like the Xbox tray flip or something. I don't know.
I can kind of understand where they were coming with Xbox One because they were trying to go for this all-included media
It's the
type
one
of thing. The
Yeah.
one thing, which I think it works. But then we have the Series S and the Series X. What does that mean?
They need to start doing like naming their consoles.
And now
like,
my shirt's an Xbox?
how is this supposed to work? They need to start naming their.
We're sitting on Xboxes in an Xbox.
Dude, this is crazy.
I'm wearing an Xbox, and I didn't ask for this.
Dylan, you're an Xbox.
Fuck.
They just need to start naming their Xboxes like they're naming ships or something. Like this is the Xbox Arcus. Like just give it its own name.
The
The Xbox Nebula.
It's already
The Xbox Marcus. The Xbox.
This is the Xbox Garth.
This is the new Microsoft Hiroshima.
Oh,
God.
boy. Oh, boy.
Well, that was the project for Xbox. It was like Project Nagasaki or something. I'm like, oh no.
That's insensitive.
Welcome to America. I can't. It's not even fun to make that joke anymore.
No, it's not.
Team America World Police really has a new tone.
I'm just sad.
It's okay, man. I'm going to be okay if it makes you feel better.
Well, I mean, we can drink our problems away, but they're still going to be there.
I mean, I'm going to be all right. I mean, I'm not going to... I'm not inspired by terrorists these days.
Luigi's Prison Cell 2.
Luigi's prison mansion. Apparently he's getting treated very well in there. I'm very happy for him.
Well, they want him to be treated well so he can go to trial.
Yeah.
Bye. Wait, we're gonna.
That was so cold.
I know. I guess that's where my spirit is these days.
I was like, what?
It's hard to be fired up.
You guys, you want to talk more about Nintendo?
I don't know.
No,
I think we've talked a lot.
We could do
today.
one for the road and then just.
You got one for the road?
I do have one for the road. I did some.
Sorry, guys.
on
There's no
Saturday.
segment, but that's okay. I think we talked a lot.
One for the road.
My one for the road is the band Chapped Lips, a local Milwaukee band. I just went to their EP release show on Saturday, and they fucking killed it. Yes.
Yeah.
No, Friday. It was Friday.
Okay.
They fucking killed it. They got a new EP out called Rot. They have a whole album of songs before that, if that's what you're into. But super good. They played the Cactus Club, and it was definitely oversold. One of the busiest Cactus Club shows I've ever been to.
Must have been fun.
People were lined up in the hallway all the way out to the bar just to try and see.
Man, it sounds really dangerous.
People love this band, huh?
Oh, they're popping off in a big way. Their stage presence and their humor and their branding is just perfect. I'm a big fan. My brother saw him play with the Thing at the X-Ray Arcade not too long ago, and he was like, dude, when's the last time you saw Chapped Lips? And I was like, it's been a minute. And he's like, you got to see them. So I bought tickets to their EP release show, but they're fantastic. Check out the song Rot, or Sandy, I Need Water is one of my favorites. Red Couch. They got some good tunes. Freebird 3.
Is it about J.D. Vance's love life?
Whoa. I'm just dead inside right now.
No, you're okay.
My one for the road. Check out the band High Score. They are a local Milwaukee group. I saw them a couple weeks ago. Isaac is in Moonglow, who did our theme song for Popcorn Dogs. They do video game covers, but it's fucking inspired.
Really?
It's like rock, jazz, epics. They had the piano player do a solo rendition of Minecraft, and like we were almost crying. It was just fucking insane. Just
really?
Virtuoso. He did a Smash Brothers New Orleans jam, just like real funky New Orleans style.
Ooh, I like that. Like Break the Targets.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yeah,
it was like a New Orleans march to it. Oh man, it was like the most amazing show. As soon as I saw Carly got excited and like into the music, it was like taking her to the Renaissance Fair where she realized it was also a Carly day.
Oh yeah, where it's not much, where it's like you're gonna have fun too. Trust me.
Even if you don't like video games, like the music was just next level wonderful. Yeah. So check out High Score.
I don't really have one. I've been kind of down in the dumps recently, but what I will say is we built another blanket fort, me and my wife, this weekend.
That is something adults don't do enough.
And
this is good.
It's really fucking nice. I felt very comforted. We watched movies. I saw The Fall Guy.
Fall Guy is very good.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. And we tried to watch some of Borderlands, as I said. And then I fell asleep.
Well, you should have said you fell asleep in a blanket fort. That makes me judge you way less.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we were on the ground. It was great.
Yeah.
And then I slept in there. She got, her back was hurting, so she had to go to the bed. But I was like, and then I woke up and I'm just like, oh, what's going on? And it was actually kind of comforting. I'm like, oh, it's like my coffin. This is great.
I was going to say like my childhood, but you went in a different direction.
Exactly where I want to be.
Much like Nosferatu, Count Orlok.
Yeah.
If you want access to our bonus show, Doggies After Dark, or our new exclusive executive producer bonus show, Side Quests, check out patreon.com/HairTheDogcast. You'll also get access to all of the Elden Dogs episodes way in advance. Bonus Raw Dogs, there's probably 10 of those, and Popcorn Dogs, a lot of bonus episodes there too. There's a free trial where you get access to almost all of that, so check it out. We encourage that. We want to thank executive producers Ryan Christian, Kipper, Brian Ward, Jordan Hoff, Phil Wright, Phil Just Phil, Kelly Gutowski, Bryant Ross, Justin Melly, Soup du Jour, Just Sonic, and another brand new executive producer, Christian Nielsen. We appreciate you all for supporting our show. And yeah, next week, Elden Dogs will return, where we're going to finally tackle Near a Limb if you're on our Patreon, which will be very exciting. And I can confirm the bestiary is complete.
Hell yeah.
Which will be another 2 or 3 parts where we can talk about whether or not that would be a heavy metal band.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's been very weird.
Curseblade could be a heavy metal band.
Dude, we got to run through that.
Yep. Horned Warrior? Maybe.
Could be.
Bird Warrior, hopefully. Yeah. Popcorn Dogs, I don't know what we're talking about next week. Or
I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
I have so many ideas.
We're going to be doing a new cadence for Popcorn Dogs where every other month it'll be one that goes directly to the main feed, or it'll be one that's locked behind Patreon for a while. So, because that way we can stay like up to date with newer movies, but also revisit some old ones. but that's where we're at. We're going to be right back for a episode of Side Quest for executive producers where we're going to talk about the death of David Lynch.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. All right. We will see you all next time.
Au revoir. Mwah.
Vive l'America.